Oh, hi you guys, and welcome to another game. Today, we are going to be raising barns. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be raising one of those. Yeah, that's the name of the game, raising the barn. Going to make it a race. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be real interesting. And also simultaneously rating the next episode. Shh, don't tell anyone. Me, you guys, you know me by now, but hey, let's go through this anyway. These are my social links. If you guys aren't already involved, get involved. Discord's got the best family in the world, where they'll look after you, talk to you about your problems, and just generally be cool. Just generally be cool people. Twitter, if you want to get into a game, send me a DM on Twitter, and I will find you a game. At the moment, I'm booking all the way up to September, but sometimes weekends come up free, and I can get in games early, so worth a shot. And YouTube, I keep YouTube up to date, and until a couple of days ago, it was very up to date. I'm not sure how up to date it is now, but it will be up to date by the end of time. I have a Patreon. If you guys want to support me for $1 a month, please do. It really counts, and we have extra content coming onto our Patreon for the patrons coming very, very soon. Me and Kiana are working hard. Me and Alice are working hard. We're all working hard at trying to get some extra content in there and try and boost the Patreon a little bit. It's my preferred method of support. And lastly, I have merchandise. If you guys want to check it out, you can. There's lots of cool stuff in there which has my crest on it, which looks a bit like that. Sort of like, got the Let's Evoke Emotions on there, and you got a nice little sketchbook. So, yeah. I think that's me done. Yeah. Let's go and grab us some players. I just lost one. Oh, hi, you guys! You're live.
Hey. Hello.
We have two halves of Evan right now, but that's fine. That's just fine. I also haven't done your titles because I'm the worst. But I'll work on that whilst we go around and introduce ourselves. Why don't we start with One Sick Bunny Ryan, mainly because you're in shot. There we go. Oh, hi. No, wait. Anyway, yeah.
We good?
Yeah, we're good. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about the character you'll be playing today.
Cool. So my name's Ryan. You can find me on Twitter at One Sick Bunny. It's mostly just like a personal account that I tweet stuff out to with friends, but I also post pictures of minis that I paint. I'm pretty good. Not to blow my own trumpet too much, I'm not the best, but I do all right. The character I'm playing today is a human warlock called Bardum Olden. He's quite a stocky guy, comes from like an agricultural background, not afraid to, muck in. His patron of choice is Shantae, the goddess of agriculture. Let's see what he gets up to.
Solid. Next we have Callum. Hi, Callum.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, I'm Callum from the Release podcast, the podcast of tabletop RPG fans across the channel, the pond and beyond. Tonight I will be playing. Also I'm part of another academy, the RPG Academy. Proud member. And tonight I will be playing Rickon Winreed, who is a wizard, but he started with something a little bit different. At first he was a druid. He's a young but very tall and scrawny wizard. He's beardless but freckled. He's got a friendly but emaciated face. There's a baby crying behind me. I hope you don't hear him too much. He has grey eyes, and he was supposed to follow Carrie as a druid under the tutorship of a centuries-old hermit, and then he changed his mind because magic is the real thing, the real ecosystem behind everything.
Okay, fantastic. So then, we also have Evan with us.
Hello.
Sorry, I got confused because everyone's changed places. I was like, I haven't done Evan yet.
I'm Evan. I'm at Monkey Boy on Twitter. I just play a lot of D&D. I run some one-shots every now and again and try and get in as many games as I can and make new friends. So tonight I'll be playing Olo, the Turtle Monk. He's pretty slow and ponderous. He's a desert turtle, so he's kind of like a greeny, kind of like sandy colored kind of like scales. His shell is kind of like polished by windswept sands, and he's got kind of like square spirals on his kind of shell scoots. He wears a straw hat to keep the sun out of his eyes, and he carries a very tall ironwood rake. It's the legendary 9-tooth rake. You may have heard of it, you may not have. But yeah, that's him. He's just gonna bring tranquility wherever he goes. Oh Lord.
Fantastic. And so, last but certainly not least, we welcome Natalie.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hopefully. My name's Natalie. I'm at Chaotic Rogue on Twitter and on most of the internet. I am our token North American Canadian person today, which is exciting. Today I'm playing the Fire Genasi Nox. She's a rogue. She's someone who is always never saying the right thing. Well, not the right thing, but not what you... She's never telling the truth, probably. You think. She's got something else going on, a lot of subtext, and is generally quite pleasant for a Fire Genasi. Maybe there's reasons, maybe there's not. Who knows? So that's going to be me today. I play, a lot of D&D. I run 2 campaigns right now. I run a Curse of Strahd campaign, as well as an all-girls campaign at Taldore, as I wanted my girlfriends to learn how to play so they could be nerds with me. So, yeah.
That sounds just brilliant.
Yeah.
So now, hang on. Bardem, right? Bardem.
Yeah.
You could be from this environment?
Yeah. This kind of environment, if it's sort of what I think it is.
Yeah, it's very much this is like their yearly barn raising where they're expanding a farm. There's a farm going up in one of the pastures, and they want to raise cattle there, and they will be raising 1 or 2 barns. So you I imagine, if you're part of this, would you have been part of the organization maybe, or? Yeah,
quite possibly. This absolutely sounds the sort of thing I'd be involved with.
Awesome. So then you would be probably very much in the know that they are planning to have a race where they raise 2 barns, and the quickest barn to go up gets basically first crack at the ale in the evening. Simple pleasures, simple people. So you have been tasked with either picking team leaders or picking teams to raise this barn. Okay. Amongst you, there's a crowd of people, including some strangers who have come along for the event. There's also some of the burlier mountain lads that you've grown up with, and some burlier mountain girls that you've grown up with too, and everyone else.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right, everyone, gather around. Here we have our traditional race to raise the barns. 2 barns. We need 2 team leaders. Do I see any volunteers?
My experience is limited, but I would be much interested into helming one of your teams. That seems extremely interesting. Okay, I've studied much designs of barns in books. I'm sure I've got knowledge which could be applied to your construction.
Fantastic. Sounds good to me. We have 1 potential here. Any other takers?
I mean, I'd like to help, but I don't want to be a captain, if that's okay.
That's absolutely fine, good sir. Absolutely fine. You can just wade in how you feel.
Thanks.
Me as well. I'm not interested in necessarily captaining a team. However, I feel I can provide some moral support to those who are building.
That sounds equally fantastic. Okay, well, if we really have no other takers, I guess I'll head up the other team myself.
Oh, okay. Great.
Where do we start?
Well, all the materials you require are already separated out into 2 piles. Got all the wood, nails, screws, hammers, axes, swords that you could possibly need.
I'll take your team, Bardem, says a burly guy from the back.
Good to see you, fella. Welcome aboard.
All right. Who would be kind enough to join my own team?
Yeah, sure. I'll join your team.
Oh, brilliant.
I mean, I won't climb any ladders, but I can lift things pretty good.
Oh, perfect. I've got just the job for you.
What is it?
So, well, first we're gonna start by laying out the structure. Let me draw them in the dirt, and we can cut the pieces, assemble them flat on the ground, and then we will lift them, pulling them up so they form a box frame structure together.
Okay.
So you there, I wave. I guess there are other people to help out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I see some folks who look like carpenters, I'm like, could you cut 10 sections of that length? And I go point in the thing. So really, the idea is that we're gonna build stuff flat on the ground, and we start doing that. We're doing really the style, well, literally bound raising, like old west style kind of structure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So one of a girl with a large like saw over her shoulder is like, yeah, I can do that for you.
Great, brilliant. And I'm gonna go around and oversee things. And it's once those flat structure will be assembled on the ground that I will have a job for Holo. But in the meantime, Holo will mainly bring, if it doesn't mind, big pieces of wood and tools and this sort of things.
Yeah.
Mr. Bardem, was it?
Yes, indeed.
Did you require assistance?
Your assistance is more than welcome, my dear.
Wonderful. What would you have me do?
Well, me and the big fella here, we'll lay out the raw framework for the barn and get the structure and the framework in place. Trying to think, what's going to be a good job for you?
What are your skills?
Particular?
I am not very strong, so you may not wish to have me lift anything. However, I can be quite useful in helping people work together on these projects. If you seem to be missing anybody, if somebody doesn't seem to be pulling their weight, I may be able to assist with that. Otherwise, I am very good at finding tools and ensuring that everybody has what they need to succeed.
Fantastic. I mean, well, if you're happy to fetch a hammer and an axe when required, then you're more than welcome aboard.
Wonderful.
So construction begins. Callum's team, you have this carpenter working away, making the structure on the ground. Arlo bringing logs across, and Bardem has Nox bringing tools to the people who are also trying to do a similar sort of thing. You're going for a similar tactic, build it on the ground and raise it all as one?
Yeah, basically.
Yep, so they're...
Yeah, sort of get the framework in place and then get the ladders out, get up on the top.
I guess some kind of foundation slab was already in place for the day in advance.
Yeah, they've let the concrete set, so it should be grand to build on.
So yeah, Olo's he's pretty quick about his work. I mean, he's like he's this big kind of like heavy, very kind of like muscular turtle guy, but he's swift. He's like dragging huge logs, running back, next one. So growing up in a monastery, it was like hard work all the time. That's what they did. There was like grafting and training all the time. So he's not shy of a bit of hard work. He's getting stuck into it.
Yeah, and seeing Olo perform in this way, the burly gentleman who suggested himself forward for Bardem is similarly trying to like keep up with Olo. Like, you know, doesn't want to be proven, you know,
by a turtle guy.
Become a contest.
Yeah.
Nox is like flitting between different people, just getting whatever they need, but she's also paying attention to the side conversations as she goes, just as she wanders through, helping people.
Okay, so perhaps you might hear one of your team grumbling about how fast Olo is moving.
Mm-hmm. Probably, yeah.
You see me at some point going next to one of the carpenter. Oh, I see your tool seems very well crafted. Sadly, they're made out of copper. Your blades won't resist a long time. Please allow me. And you see me bending over the tool, doing a few moves and incantation, and the carpenter is surprised seeing his copper tool. Well, just a blade piece turns from copper to iron. So it's much harder. And okay, go ahead, do your thing, and people who are a bit fluent with arcanic knowledge can tell that I'm concentrating to maintain that copper as iron.
Okay, awesome. So she'll sort of quickly take a whetstone from her pack and just like sharpen the points a little bit. Now it's harder, and suddenly the blade just starts flying through the wood. So with the combination of Olo and the carpenter, Callum's team gets the framework built much quicker than Bardam and Nox's team. You are in the lead.
All right, come on, you guys, come on. We can't let these guys get the break on us this early on. We need to muscle round. Let's speed up. They're using magic over there, so let's start doing some of our own over here. And Nox, fetch me a big old mallet.
Nox wanders over, grabs one, debates stealing it from the other team, but doesn't.
Oh, so yeah, I'll grab the mallet and conjure up a mage hand to start holding nails, so I can just bash them in like super quick and heavy and hard with like one hit.
He's sledgehammering nails in. That's
a big mallet, not a sledgehammer, but this is gonna be a solid structure. These are gonna be big nails. So he's to avoid hurting himself, he's just gonna use the mage hand to hold them in there, so you can just bash them in one go, speed up the process a little bit. See if we can't gain some ground.
Okay, so you're trying to speed up the construction. You'll probably catch up, but not before Callum's team has already got the jump on raising the first parts of the structure.
Sure.
Okay, so Mr. Olo, if you indulge me, I think you could be, if I may say, be a major, a big help here. Could you just stand there at the end of the structure and hold it very tight under? Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, you have no issues with me performing some art of Mistra on you, do you? It won't hurt and it won't last.
Sure, yeah. Let's see what happens. Come on, let's do this.
Brilliant. Again, you see me invoking things and making my moves, etc. And suddenly, I'm gonna cast Enlarge on Olo.
Whoa!
Oh,
Whoa! What? This is amazing.
so your strength is growing, and you are one category bigger of size, so you are now large. So,
Oh, come on!
I'm not cheating.
so yeah, the target size doubles in all dimensions, and its weight is multiplied by 8.
This is great. We'll get both barns done super quick now.
Well, we can help the others. Is it
Yeah.
a competition? There was no issue with me using magic, was it?
I didn't hear any rules. I just said get the barns built, and now I can help both teams.
Yeah.
Yay.
Great.
Mr. Bardam, how fair do you want to play this competition?
I'm a by the books kind of guy, lassie.
Oh, all right then. Then if anything shall happen to the other team, I promise it will not be on my watch.
Good
That's
to
not
hear.
suspicious at all. Do we hear that? Are we within earshot to hear that?
No, you'll be on separate building sites, I'm afraid.
Yeah, so I guess Olo's just sort of like, is he lifting up the prefabricated walls now to like a massive juggernaut?
But brilliant, brilliant. If you could hold it in place while, please come. We need to put some nails in there.
Yeah, you see one of the opposing team, one of the young lads from Nox and Bardham's team. He's just come along and just picked up the nails. Not being stealthy about it, he's just come along and just picked them up. And he's sort of like looking awkwardly with them now as you've said it. And you've turned to him, he's sort of like,
Oh, thank you very much.
Yep. Yep.
I got the nails.
And damn it.
I'm completely oblivious. Rick and doesn't seem even to understand the situation regarding that.
Yeah.
Does Olo see? He'll probably have a little look at that and go, "Don't worry, we'll come and help you in a bit. There's gonna be lots of nails left over. It's fine."
I look around and I'm like, where are my nails? Come on, we're losing here. I know it's a bit of fun, but come on.
Also, at this time of the day, it's getting a little bit later into the morning now. You guys have probably been working for an hour or so. There's a whole, people are coming to watch the barn raising. There's younger adults coming along, teenagers, boys, girls, men, women, anyone not able to participate in the barn raising themselves or who may not because of their demeanor. They are sitting and watching, which is spurring on quite a few of the younger people, the more vigorous people in your teams. But this doesn't change the fact that Callum's got one wall up and nailed to another wall, whereas Rickon, and Bardham you've got everything built, Bardham. It's all on the ground, but it's together.
Okay. All right. Come on, you guys. Let's get these struts in place, and we'll sort of position ourselves to sort of we'll have the big strong guy sort of raise up the lower half of the structure and sort of position the sort of kind of like lock the legs in place, and we'll go around each of the four corners to do that, and then bust out a ladder and start getting this roof up.
Okay, so for general construction, now that we're putting things together, can we please take some sort of check? What do we feel feels right? Maybe something like an investigation or a survival, something for putting a building together. Whatever you can justify, you guys can take.
I got survival.
Yep.
So up, survival. Up.
Go survival.
So 13.
Where's my character sheet?
Yeah, I guess I'll do a survival too.
I would actually argue for me investigation, as I'm trying to figure out the best ways to make sure it's actually going up properly and straight, as opposed to leaning to one side. So, because I wouldn't have the strength to really put this together. I roll a natural 20.
Oh, okay. Rickon and Olo, you guys are getting it up and you're getting it together, and it's going together real quick. But you can't help but notice, looking over at Bardham and Nox's barn, that they've got all sorts of struts and things going on that like supportive struts going across here and along here, and they're not doing it the same way.
He's in the roof, winching the wood up.
Rickon, do we need those things?
Yeah, they're quite important for all the structure in place.
Okay, so hold the structure and then put the things in place? Is that what we're gonna do? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Fine. Everything's fine. I didn't roll very good on my survival roll. I don't know what that means.
Who does know,
Who does?
honestly? So Nox, you got a natural 20. Is there anything in particular you're doing with regards to this structure at the moment?
I'm advising, so because we're looking at the lay of the land, and I've got to figure it out a little bit. There's some unevenness, so it's getting the right supports in place, especially to make sure everything goes up and solid, so that way when the roof goes on, it's going to be able to perfectly be on those sides. So it's mostly noticing, oh, there's a slight divot along the grass here. We may wish to take care of that prior to actually putting the side up.
That's some good eyes you've got there, lady. That's yeah.
As well, there's a couple of the supports we may wish to reinforce. I do not feel that they are as sturdy as they ought to be for this. And she points out to the couple of them that are...
Yeah, I sort of look around. Yeah, I see exactly what you mean. Come on. You heard the lady. Get some support in place. I have no idea what she saw.
So I will continue to instruct whatever strong-abled person I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they maybe give me some sort of persuasion roll. One of them, it doesn't look like he's listening to you too much.
All right. Persuasion, apparently not as great as everything else, but that is still 11 at the end of the day.
11 at the end of the day, so he's sort of he's grumbling like, you're not even from around here. Well, you know about raising barns. I don't see why I should listen to you. I've been raising barns since I was about 6 kids. I've only had one for them.
Sorry.
Oh, nothing. Not a thing. Not a thing.
No.
No, I'll just get this barn raised.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been doing since I was a kid.
And you do an excellent job of it.
Well, I hope so. That's all I got. I've just chucked water everywhere. Excuse me, actually.
So, did I notice that on the other barn they were reinforcing the structure?
Yeah, they're doing a lot more reinforcements and stabilization work than your team is currently.
Oh, I think I will head to the other barn. And say, oh, what is it you are doing? I'm very interested. I didn't see that in the scrolls I consulted beforehand.
Oh, you gotta have the struts in place, otherwise the whole thing's just gonna wave about in the slightest of breezes.
Oh,
Even
I
if
see.
we don't finish first, we want us to last longer.
Oh, well,
Exactly.
That's a very good philosophy. Okay. Well, I think I will follow your example. Thank you very much. And I go back to my own barn and start giving out instructions to add more tassels here and there.
Okay. Yeah, some of like the older gentlemen are sort of like scratching their heads and going, yeah, I can see that. Some of the younger, especially the carpenter, she's like, I say we just win and get to the ale.
Well, we're almost done, so a little bit more of time. If it guarantees a longevity of this building is quite a good investment, isn't it?
Gonna do a job, you gotta do it right.
Indeed. So, I like picturing Holo being this almost Gamora-like creature, seeing that from peeking
Yeah.
above the structure.
Let's
my
get
goodness.
those extra struts in, guys. We're gonna win. It doesn't matter. We'll help them out too. We'll share our ale probably as well, won't we?
Yeah, of course.
As Rickon wanders off, I'm going to turn to Nox and say, he's a curious fellow.
He is. He most certainly is. We may have the opportunity now to catch up, as they'll be focused on their reinforcements.
Yes, and we're making some good ground as well. Your observations have really helped us out. Answer me this: Slacking fellow. Didn't give you any sass, did he?
Oh, don't worry
Don't go.
about him.
Don't go.
This gives you this weird, slightly reassuring smile. Not quite, though. No, I'm losing it.
You're back.
There we go.
Hey.
Sorry. So she gives you this somewhat reassuring, but not quite smile as she says, "Oh, don't worry. I'll keep an eye on him."
Okay. Can I insight check that?
Yeah, by all means. So on a 10, I'd say you can give a mixed response here, Nox. You don't have to tell the truth if you don't want to. What exactly are you inciting? Just her response, yeah?
Just yeah, I'm proficient in insight. I've got a bit of experience. I've spoken to a lot of people, so I can read between the lines pretty clearly. And the whole thing about how do we want to play this earlier, that stuck in my head.
Okay, so I'd say there's two choices on your part, Nox. You can either tell Bardem like a sort of half truth about your intentions behind this statement, or you can tell him a whole truth and take a consequence, and that consequence would be that you realize that he doesn't fully trust you.
So I would effectively tell him what he gains from that is that I clearly don't mean harm, but she's up to something.
Okay.
So yeah, the barns are getting raised in short time. It's getting towards mid-afternoon, and it's time for a food break. Everyone has to take a break during these things, otherwise they're going to burn out big time. So there's a spread put on by the local institute for the Bakers Institute. So you've got some patisseries there. You've got some like delicatessen. There's a whole host of they've basically put a smorgasbord of like foods that you can eat from.
Is someone from the baker around?
Yeah, sure. There'll be a baker's boy who's been baking this stuff up all morning, sweating by the side of the table.
As I'm spreading my smorgasbord, I'm covering the lad with questions about the kind of yeast he's been using, or how much time it was brewed, and this sort of things.
It's the yeast, the same yeast the baker. It's the same yeast that he always uses. We brew it for we brew it for a long time. I think. I haven't been working here very long. I'm just a biker's boy.
It's okay. The bread's delicious. Thanks. Don't worry about it.
You like it?
Great. That's amazing. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh.
you see him just sag with relief, like.
Oh yeah, it's so nourishing.
I know he can produce like some of like the packaging and stuff, so you can see what kind of yeast it is and.
Cool. I auto resumed his normal size during that, so you don't have tiny. Well, if I offer you, if you want the experience of eating a very large piece of bread, I could shrunk you as well.
It's okay. It's fine. I'll just eat like normal bread with the rest of us. Don't want to make anyone else jealous of all our bread.
Yeah, people seem very competitive.
Yeah, I got that.
I thought it was mostly a communal experience. I just want to be helpful.
Yeah. Some people are a little bit competitive.
Well, your help was much valuable. Thank you very much.
Oh, no problem. I'm happy to help. In fact,
Where do you come from?
a long way away. I'm on a bit of a pilgrimage.
Oh, exciting. Are you a devote to divinity? I am personally an ardent follower of Mistra.
Nope. Who's Mister?
Oh, Mistra. Mistra is the goddess behind everything, behind the energies shaping our world and our universe. Even the energy of nature are under the hierarchy of Mistra. You see the things, the wonders which I'm blessed with the ability to have, I've been taught to use, like I just did with you, is all thanks to Mistra.
Wow, I did not know that. That is incredible.
Oh, I'd be much happy to tell you more about her.
Sure, yeah. I'd love to hear more, definitely. Should we do that later when, when after the barn and when we're sharing our ale with the other guys?
Yeah, yes, of course, of course.
Hey, yeah. And he goes around, and even after he's had a little bit of bread and everyone's still like chilling out and having a bit of a break, he's going to get his rake and he's just going to kind of like sweep up a lot of the mess around the site that so far and just sort of like kind of tidy it all up before work commences again.
I'm gonna wander around and sort of get a big plate of just carbs and stuff. Like this isn't my first barn raising, so yeah, I'm gonna sort of do that, and I'm gonna go wandering over to Rickon. So how are you enjoying the competition?
Oh, well, as I was just saying to our helpful turtle, I was not aware it was a competitive event. I was just hoping to bring my contribution to this small community and at the same time learn on the ground what I read in my scrolls regarding dwellings.
Oh, your contribution to the community is welcome, my friend. And I give him a big hearty slap on the shoulder. It's just it's a friendly bit of competition, like gets people involved. Yeah, everyone wants to chip in and win and be on the winning side. It's kind of a tradition around here.
Oh, you reassured me. I was a bit concerned as I thought I noticed that some people in your team were were a bit disappointed by their performance in comparison to us who were obviously applying knowledge in engineering combined with magic and wizardry. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I noticed your magic. That was a neat touch.
Well, that's what I
Great,
do.
great.
I'm sure you apply your own specific skills to any craft you engage.
Yeah, I have a few bits and pieces I can tend my hand to, and to be fair, this isn't my first barn raising either. So you guys got off to a good start, but we're catching you.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you will.
Nice.
And if not, I will come to help you out. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, fantastic! That sounds great, friend. That sounds real great. Well, good luck.
You can see as well over by the stands where people have sat to watch. There's a young man and a young woman who are both lifting like double barrels of water on their shoulders, and like they're both putting them down, filling them with more water, and lifting again, and clearly showboating to the crowd.
Nox wanders over to Olo, seeing that he's sweeping. I'm sorry. What are you doing?
Just tidying up.
Why?
Because.
Nobody else is working on anything right now.
But it's all a bit of a mess, and once it's all clean, we'll know where all our tools are, and we won't trip over anything. And
Do you
it's
often
just...
clean up messes?
Well, yeah. Don't you like to be tidy?
I suppose so. That's quite interesting of you, though, that you chose to do this on your own.
I've been on my own a long time.
Is that so?
Yep.
Why is that?
Because I travel on my own. Do you travel alone?
Sometimes. Depends on my mood.
I have to ask, What manner of creature are you? I've not met someone like you before.
Most people don't. I am what is known as a genasi. We
Okay, Genasi.
we're connected to the elements and born of, well, genies, more or less.
Whoa.
That's the simple
Okay.
way to put it.
Okay.
And she, for fun, uses her produce flame because she has that as a cantrip because she's a genasi and just
Oh.
a little bit of fire in her hand.
Wow, it's not burning you? How are you doing
No.
that?
I
Wow.
am one with the fire.
That's really neat.
Mhm.
Wish I could do stuff like that.
I'm sure you have many skills.
I'm always learning. Everybody's still learning. If you're not learning, what's the point?
That is very true. And she's just kind of playing with her bread as she slowly eats it as well, because you did actually get food. I'm not electing to starve myself during this break. Wonderful. Well, I'm sorry, your name was?
Olo.
Olo.
And you are?
Nox.
Pleasure to meet you, Nox.
Pleasure to meet you, Olo. Good luck with the competition.
Yeah, and you. And I mean, it doesn't really matter who wins, does it?
No, but it's interesting to see how people decide to play this out.
Yeah, really interesting. You see a lot of people, you see a lot of their personalities in situations like this.
That is true. That is very true. Perhaps we'll see more come out with the last legs of the contest. And she just wanders off.
He goes about his raking.
Soon there's a whistle that signifies 10 minutes left of eating time.
Mhm.
If you guys would like any final actions in the last 10 minutes. Some of the younger competitors, they are walking around each barn, checking out the construction.
Where's that guy who sassed me earlier?
He's over by the opponent's barn, looking around.
Okay. I'm just watching him. That's how I'm spending the last 10 minutes.
I might speak to Rickon and say, hey, is everything ready to go? Because I'm ready to go. We can...
Yes, of course.
Whoa.
And you grow again.
Whoa. Wasn't expecting that again.
Gotcha!
What do you want me to do now?
Don't step on the table.
Sorry, people.
So
I
you
guess
all return to the barns, yeah?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Cool. So whilst you're there, how do you guys want to? Do you guys want to get stuck in? Do you want to check the barns over before you get going again? What's your?
I will have a look to the whole thing and try to come up with the best way to put the roof in place and make sure that all the elements for the roof to be laid upon are in place and solid.
Mm-hmm.
Oliver would probably like to go around and just make sure that the stuff that he's like helped push up and make solid is still all nice and solid before proceeding to put more stuff on top of it.
One of the main joists is a little bit wobbly.
Oh no. Miss Rickon.
I come over, I have a look. Okay. Well, what can I do to fix that? Should I roll survival or can I tell?
Yeah, survival or maybe investigation. Up to you.
That will be survival. For absolutely no reason.
Yeah, on an 18, you can see that someone's removed the nails from one of the joists that is holding it up.
Oh, seems like someone's been running out of nails, and he could borrow this one. That person was ill-inspired, because this one is very important indeed. Could someone bring me a nail, please? And I look for a nail.
As are several other people as they are looking around. All the nails seem to be missing.
All the nails seems to be missing. Wow.
Not only from Rickon and Olo's site, but also Bardem and Nox's. All of the nails seem to be missing.
I wave at Bardem. Bardem, sir, it seems the nails we had left have been misplaced.
I think you're muted, Bardem.
I am indeed. Yes, I did not want to cough down the microphone. So yeah, I'll sort of look around and... My goodness, I think you're right. Well, this isn't part of the tradition at all.
Nox wanders over. Did anybody notice that we seem to be out of nails?
As we were just discussing that, lady. It's a curious state of affairs.
Very.
At all.
Well, do we have any spare we could use? Where those nails came from?
I mean, I'm sure we can send someone back into town to rustle up some more nails for us. But in the meantime, let's just have a look around. They can't have gone far, right?
First of all, Olo, I think you're muted.
Hear me?
Oh,
There we go.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, but you're
very quiet.
Yeah.
Might have auto adjuster on the microphone. To adjust that, if you actually click on, this is the most confusing thing, but you click on video settings in Zoom and then click on audio rather than clicking microphone settings, you might have automatically adjust on there.
Actually seem to sound alright now.
Yeah, you sound fine again.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's just a distance thing.
Yeah, these nails are nowhere to be seen. But at the down by where the food and stuff was being arranged, there is a man getting down off of a cart. The cart is full of barrels.
Okay, do I recognize this stall? Does it look like maybe the ale turning up for the evening's festivities?
This is out of town. The side of the cart reads Acme Smith Supplies.
Well,
I was just going to carry on.
that's kind of it. Wouldn't you know it? Look who's rolling into town. Yeah, something doesn't smell right to me.
No.
Is there a problem, Mrs. Knox, Mr. Bardem?
Why don't we just see what Mr. Supplies over here has to say for himself?
Oh, yeah,
Maybe
he
we
might
can
have
find ourselves
nails.
some nails down here.
Good idea, he might have nails. How fortuitous.
Should I point at Olo? Should I bring Mr. Holo back to his normal size? I'm not sure I will be able to today. I mean, I will need the rest to be able to make him big again, or should he remain like this?
I see no reason why having the big fella around can't hurt.
Oh, okay. Are you fine with that, Mr. Holo?
Well, yeah, as soon as we get nails, I can, crack on with the barn raising, can't I? Might as well stay big.
Jolly good.
So down the hill, you can now see this man standing on one of the barrels and just shouting at the nearby people. Sort of like he's performing to them or orating.
All right, let's see what's going on here then.
I think so.
I'll make my way back down to where this gentleman is stood on a barrel.
You sort of like come in halfway through. That's right, folks. I'm selling all of this stuff here today on discount. That is a discount for you today. We have got Sovereign Glue. Tubs and tubs of Sovereign Glue. No more nails required. You can buy your Sovereign Glue for just 50 gold a barrel. That is one hell of a bargain. 50 gold per barrel.
Mr. Bottom, this seems like an odd coincidence.
Yes, I'm thinking exactly the same thing.
Hmm.
So,
You don't recognize the fellow at all?
he does not seem familiar to me, no. Nor is this glue of which he speaks.
Have I heard of such glue anywhere in my research about materials?
If you're from like quite a progressive city or something like that, quite possibly. Like the latest thing in
Technology.
In barn raising.
Yeah.
Alright, you there. You there, what are you peddling?
Sovereign glue for you today, sir. Sovereign glue. This is the latest thing in barn raising technology. We can be selling you today sovereign glue, 50 gold per barrel. This stuff will hold forever. It will never break.
It's quite the price you're running.
Well, it's quite a product, sir. You just try it and see.
Tell you what, we're a hammer and nails community around here. And I'm not sure what I make of your glue.
Well, hang on a minute. Let me give you a demonstration. Let me get you a demonstration. He's gonna take just a leather strap, and he's gonna just the tiniest bit of sovereign glue, just like literally just a paintbrush's worth. Gonna slap that together, count to 3. Just 1, 2, 3. Now you try and break that apart for me, sir.
All right. What do you want? Athletics, strength.
Yeah, give us an athletics. That'll be grand.
Oh.
Can I have a go, Mr. Bardem?
All right. I see your point.
You see what I mean?
That's quite impressive, but
Mr.
I'm far
Bottom,
from
let
the force of
the
Mother Nature.
larger fellow try this. It might be interesting.
Sure.
You got advantage to your
Sure,
roll
sure.
because you're enlarged.
Oh, character sheet. Hold on. Sorry.
On a 20, you can feel your muscles strain as you pull at this thing. The belt breaks, but the joint stays together.
Oh my. Some pretty good glue.
Wow. I come to have a closer look. I'm fascinated by that. I mean, I don't want your secret, but it's quite fascinating what you achieved here in terms of cold assembly liquid.
Yes, indeed. Now, I do not know the science as such. I am merely selling it, but I know that it has to be kept in these barrels, which have been coated with oil of slipperiness. That is special oil, specifically designed to store this glue. And it can only be broken if you have some of our patented universal solvent or some sort of ethereal magics.
Who's the alchemist, man or woman of science behind this wonder?
Oh, some university graduate.
Can I insight check that? Because I'm suspicious. Like, I'm impressed by the tech, but I'm suspicious as hell of this guy.
Yeah, sure.
From being so out of town.
On a 16, he's running something. He's running a scam. Definitely running a scam. It might genuinely be the best product around, but there's something shifty about him.
Okay.
Is he distracted enough for me to try to go around and try to investigate the barrels themselves?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So that's what I'd like to do.
Can I say something to him?
Sure.
Mr. What was your name? Sorry.
My name is Smith, Acme Smith.
Mr. Smith, it seems a real coincidence that we're missing some nails, and then you turn up with some new, not nails required glue.
Well, would you looky here? You guys are missing nails? I never would have thunk it.
I mean, It's a real coincidence.
One hell of a coinky dink.
Yeah, my friend is right. I got distracted. I mean, I take the 2 pieces of leather and just. I won't lie, I'm impressed. But yeah, he's right.
Mr. Smith,
Our nail's just disappearing, isn't?
these are simple village type people. I've been around a little while now, and you wouldn't be trying to, mistreat them or do them wrong, would you?
No, I would not be trying to do them wrong. I am bettering their lifestyle with the latest technology in barn raising equipment. It's not my fault if you got some pranksters stealing all your nails.
Here's what I think, sir.
Can I incite him as well?
Yeah, of course you can. Of course you can. Some people are open books. You can read with just a glance at their pages. This man is not so.
He seems pretty straight up.
I'm just trying to make your lives better.
Well,
I'll tell
maybe
you what
it's
I think.
maybe it's Mistra itself herself who guided us towards you. It's amazing. But I'm a bit surprised you use this amazing technology for barn raising. I mean, I don't like violent applications, but it sounds like you could use that for a number of things, including warfare or smithing and this sort of things. How did the idea of using that for barn raising came to you?
Well, to be honest, we're using it for a whole range of applications. I happen to be in the agricultural sales department of the company. Now, they may well be pursuing some sort of alchemical weapons or other such applications, but I would not be privy to that information. I'm just simply a salesman, sir.
I'll tell you what I think. I think you're trying to put a fast one on us here just because you think we're simple farm folk.
Now, Nox, you've been gone a while investigating the... Ooh. Is that a 7 for investigation?
Yeah, unfortunately.
How are you investigating the glue?
I am trying. I'm half trying to figure out if he's still watching me or if I can actually try to grab one of the barrels to see if I
Okay.
could shake it to see if it actually has liquid in it.
You could certainly rock it. It's quite heavy.
Yeah. But if I tried to rock it, I could in theory tell if there's clinging sounds or if it actually seems like liquid.
Yeah, there's like a big, like...
Okay. So something's in there. Probably not nails.
Is that all you wanted to investigate? You didn't want to open it up or anything and check it out?
I would like to also try to open one up,
Looks
if
like
possible.
we got a new friend.
Okay, welcome, Raiders. You will open it up, and where you have shaken it up, there is, like, glue dripping from the lid.
Oh. Well, this is... seems to be what he said this is. Is there anything else that I notice in the cart at all?
There's, almost a straw bed. There's it's a fairly simple cart arrangement. It's just full of barrels, which seem to be full of this liquid, which is now running down the side of the barrel, towards your feet.
Oh, I'm gonna step away from it then. I don't want to get stuck in this.
Without putting the lid down, you step away, dragging the glue across the bed cart.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm not strong. I'm probably not doing so good with that.
So you've still got this lid in your hands, which is covered in this glue.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Which is not good. Oh. Yeah, so I still have the lid. I actually tried to take the lid out of the cart with me.
Okay, brilliant. Yep, it's still sort of like slowly glooping in like large globules.
Yeah,
And at the front, Acme, he's just like, well, do you know what, sir, Mr. Bardem, I've heard about you. I do not appreciate that. I do not appreciate you accusing me as such. And if you don't want my product, then I will just make my way, sir. Good luck to you.
No, not so fast. You know something about our nails. I'm sure of it. You don't just lose all your nails and then have someone turn up out the blue selling this wonder product that can solve all our problems. You know something. Get down here. And I kind of want to grab hold of him and just pull him off the barrel and just down to sort of floor
Whoa.
height,
Hey.
getting a bit het up. I'm
Ooh,
protective of my community, and I don't appreciate.
No need to get violent, okay? Maybe there's someone. If you think that someone's taken the nails, they wouldn't be from the community, would they? Is there anyone else out there that you can see who's not from the village?
I mean, there's several people like right here, but you guys have been on the level since the top, and we all spoke during lunch, and that's when things disappeared. So you guys are okay.
Would you like to look around for suspicious-looking
Yeah,
folk?
please.
Give me a perception check.
Can I look too?
Yeah, why not? Anyone can look.
Looking.
I look as I exit the cart with the
Boo.
barrel top.
Rolling so bad.
Oof. So yeah, you can't see anyone who looks particularly suspicious. You can see a couple of kids who have got a load of candy on them, but that's about it.
How do they afford that candy? The meta pigeon.
Now, Mr. Bardem, we don't want to get violent here.
I'm sorry. I'm very protective of my community.
So, I guess the question is this project, since apparently we don't have any alternative, within the budget for raising those bonds or not? Also,
Well,
it seems to be a very dangerous product. Do you need some training before using it?
Most
Do you have clear instructions about how to handle it? It sounds like even just opening the crates and using the product, one could expose himself to the risk of being stuck somewhere.
Oh, yes, indeed, sir. We go through rigorous training. No one is allowed anywhere near the barrels until they are fully trained in how to handle the glue. People who try and remove that glue, not only is it a very strong adhesive, it also has some slight, like if you inhale it, you can get all sorts of strange effects from it.
But then is the application of the product included in your price?
Well, yes, of course. All training is included.
Oh. Okay, so it was 15 gold pieces for one barrel.
Oh, 50, sir. 50.
50? Oh, that's a steep price. I
quite
mean,
the
it's a good
price.
product,
But as you can see, you probably only need one barrel, because just a little bit, that lever's not going anywhere. See, a big strong fella here. He snapped the lever ball by itself.
Well, what? Hey, we're not making barns out of leather.
What, you want to try some wood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, go for it. You grab yourself some bits of wood and put them together.
Okay. There's a joist up there. I'm just going to use a bit on that just to make sure that it stays okay.
Well, ideally, you want something that you can break in your hand so you can test it.
Yeah, you got a point. Goes and fetches a few bits of wood from the site, a few scraps that have been sawn off.
Mm-hmm. You want something quite thick, I imagine, though, so you're not just going to break it in your hands.
Yeah, something that won't just snap. Stick them together. Well, I'll let him.
Yeah, no, you just take the paintbrush like this, okay? Keep your head away from the barrel lid. You just do one dip. That's all you need. One dip, then close that lid immediately. You don't want that glue to start setting in there or go all sticky and start congealing. It's not a pretty sight. You just want to put a little bit on your wood, slap it together, give it another 5-second wait. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You try and break that, sir. Nox.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing with that lid?
I've kind of just been trying to roll it towards where the barns are. Even though I know there's some glue on there and I'm sure it's getting stuck all over the place. I haven't noticed yet if anything bad has happened to me, though.
Wasn't the right day to stop sniffing glue, right?
So, give me a...
I'm more intrigued by the fact that when he eventually leaves, if he doesn't notice that one of the things doesn't have a lid on it, that's the problem for him.
It's going to slosh all over the place.
So give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Oh, on a 21, you are keeping that glue well away from yourself. It's globbing on the ground here and there. And you can see some of the, if you were to look at it, you would see that the blades of grass almost immediately wither and like sort of crumple up together.
Oh no.
But you can easily carry this lid over towards the barns.
Perfect. And I settle it nearby one of the barns, in theory, hoping to use it later.
Okay. So
Zooming a
since everything has stopped, everyone's sort of like sitting around. Some of them are looking through the trees for nails. But we'll leave you up there as we go back down to the Olo's attempt to break the wood. And as you do so, literally you can just see the splinters of wood just break away from the main beam as you once again use your gigantic strength to break it.
Okay, it's really good glue, guys. I don't know what we're gonna do. It's really good.
Yeah, but the villagers don't have this kind of funding to finish their barn.
Now,
Exactly.
do
We're
not.
right.
Yes, I have anticipated this, and we have come up with a special arrangement just for your village. Okay, we are happy to do this on a commission-based contract. So we'll bring up some glue once every 6 months. I imagine you probably need to raise a barn or something like that once every 6 months. Maybe do some repairs. We'll bring up a glue once every 6 months for 10 gold a month. That is an affordable cost right there.
No, this sounds really bad. These poor villagers, we can't get them all tied into some dodgy contract.
Well, it's just I'm not sure it's dodgy, but looking at this community, it doesn't seem to have the kind of ambitions as a community and growth. The demographics are just not there to build a barn every month.
I'm not completely sure what he said, but exactly that. We're a simple community. We don't have these kinds of resources and these funds.
We could just pause the competition until we get more nails.
I mean, that's one option. Or how about our friend here with the mysteriously appearing glue and the mysteriously disappearing nails? How about you donate one to the cause? Show us you mean well.
I will tell you what, sir. What I will do for you, okay? Today only, I will lower my prices, okay? I will lower my prices. I will give you 1 month free when you pay for 6 months. That is 5 months. That is 50 gold for the price of 6 barrels. 6 barrels for 50 gold. That is an incredible discount.
I look around. What does this place looks like in terms of flows of people daily? Is it close to a trading road or something like that?
It's like town.
It sort of looks like the background on my screen for you guys.
Oh, good.
And on the stream.
Look around you. Do you see 60 gold pieces here?
No, what I see, sir, is I see land and farming equipment, and we all know that is one of the most lucrative businesses in this land. Do not play coy with me, sir. I know you guys got savings.
I hate
We're
'em.
simple folk. We make enough money to get by and to survive. We live off the land. We don't need income and resources. Save for what you see here.
Well, I guess I can't help you then. Nox,
Yeah.
with that lid, have you... What are you doing next? You've put it down next to the barn.
Yeah, next to one of the barns.
Yeah.
And has anybody seen me with this lid? Or are they all too busy looking for nails?
Yeah, they're probably all too busy looking for nails.
Right. So I put it down, figuring that'll be for later. And I look back to where the cart is. They haven't left yet, right?
No, they haven't.
Cool.
You hear a giggle from behind you.
Oh, turn around.
There's just kids playing nearby.
Oh, just kids?
Yeah.
Children around. This is probably not something to have near them. Is there anywhere I could, like, hide this lid out of view?
Why don't you give me some sort of check for that?
You can
Alright.
stick it on the side of the barn.
I mean, then we lose all the glue because it's attached. I guess, what, investigation to look around for a place to hide this?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
On a 12, you could probably put it on top of a barrel, like the other way up.
Yeah. Then I'll do that just to try to try to childproof this as much as possible.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm just looking around to see if anybody is suspiciously moving anything else. Part of me is trying to think back to the lunch break and those people who were moving the giant kegs of water, and me wondering if those were necessarily water.
So you can see the man who sassed you earlier, and the carpenter both sitting around the barrels of water.
I see. Excuse me.
Yep.
You don't seem particularly vexed by the lack of nails.
Well, they were winning anyway.
Is there something you need to tell me?
He starts like mumbling. The carpenter begins to laugh at him. I don't think so. What do you mean?
You wouldn't have something to do with the missing nails, would you?
Not at all. Not at all. How dare you?
Can I insight to see if he's on the level or not?
Yeah, sure. He's from everywhere, but he might be straight. Oh, on a nat 20, he's up to something, but it's got nothing to do with nails.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Yeah, you've insighted so hard that you can like now see like he was maybe thinking about the carpenter in certain ways and all this sort of other thing. Like he's got all sorts of weird emotions going through his face in that moment of confusion. But one of the things is nails. Nope. But what are you up to? Yep, he's up to something. Why is she laughing? Yep, that's affecting him. So on.
All right. Let's see what's going on here. I will leave you alone then.
He flushes red.
Just do me a favor and ensure that children don't go anywhere near the bomb.
Oh,
right?
No. It's nothing like that. No. I mean, yeah. No. Excuse me. And he walks away, lighting a pipe and like puffing on it furiously. We'll go back down to the cart. I'm afraid I can't help you.
Is there any way we could pay you and by other means? I mean, your journey away from me must be long. Or about I would provide you some special magical rations.
Special magical rations?
Yeah, see, I've got these berries, and these berries will feed you much more than anything you could purchase.
Now, can I get some kind of sample with that?
Sure, go ahead. I got a lot of 10. Here's one.
And he'll like take it and he'll pop it in
So,
his mouth.
and yeah, I make the berries appear in my hand.
He'll take one and pop it in his mouth. Spit the pip.
So?
You know what I do? I do feel full. I hadn't eaten yet, and I do feel full indeed.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. I'll do. For 5 silvers, I'll give you a small pot of glue. And he pulls out a little jar. Now, this stuff goes a long way.
So you're sure this would be enough for the 2 barns? Because it's just the the issue we've got at end right now.
There's no way we're raising 2 barns with that pot.
I see. Okay, you are a hard businessman. I understand. 2 pots. 1 gold piece. Now this is a limited time offer for me now. I am now making losses here. I need to get down to the next village.
Okay, 5 pots, 4 gold, 2 gold pieces.
You got yourself a deal, sir. You got yourself a deal. And he passes you 5
Okay, I give
pots.
for 2 gold pieces. So I pay him.
2 gold pieces, and he's grateful for the berry. And he goes back over and looks across the cart, and he goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, now where's the lid on number 13? Knox. You hear someone over by the barn where you left the lid, sort of going, "Hey, hey, what the?" He's flicking glue everywhere.
Oh God. Sir, you may wish to not do that. It seems you found a lost lid. Perhaps you should go talk to the glue salesman.
Hey, this thing's stuck fast.
He may be able to help you. Or you've got a permanent shield.
It's really stuck fast.
I believe that if you talk to the glue salesman, he may be able to assist you. I think he has some sort of solvent in which to assist.
So like he's walking down the hill literally with like this thing like that on the bottom of his hand. Like, he's trying to wrench it off. He's like, that really hurts.
Shouldn't have child-proofed it. I just should have adult-proofed it, apparently. Higher next time. Got it.
He'll arrive down by the rest of you.
I also just slowly follow behind this guy because I kind of want to see how this turns out.
No, excuse me, sir. Knox said that you could help me. I'm stuck to this thing.
I look over him and go, "Oh, Jazz, what are you doing?
I didn't do
You
it.
idiot."
There was just a barrel there. I put my hand down on it for just a split freaking second, and here I am stuck to this thing.
Oh my God! Oh, this lid happened over there. That's some very dangerous material and a serious health and safety breach you got here, Mister. I turn and say to Miss Acme.
Now, hang on a minute. If you guys come and steal from my cart, whilst I am standing here trying to have an honest conversation, that is not my fault. Now, Knox, was that a deceptive shrug of the shoulders?
I think so. Do you want me to roll for that?
I would love it if you rolled for that.
While they're doing that, can Olo like take a couple of the small plots up and start adhering it to the barn?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
That does indeed seem like a serious health and safety breach. We are gonna have to. Well, I mean, we've already done our deal, but it seems like I'm gonna have to reconsider my entire storage procedures. Didn't realize you hicks would go and stick your hands in the barrels.
Hey.
All right. I'm
None
sorry.
of that talk.
I'm sorry. Okay, I
That's
Heavy
go between the two.
accusation you're leveraging.
I go between
For all we
Bardem
know,
and.
one of your goons who took the nails planted the lid.
Okay, look here, gentlemen. It seems like that there are some ill-intended people looking into making you go after each other's. Obviously, it seems to me that whoever thief is around is probably the same person who got your nails, Mr. Bardem, and tried to steal your glue, Mr. Acme. We should work together to find out who that is, because, well, we have a rather dangerous situation here.
I actually agree. You make a lot of sense there, sir. Now, in that case, Bardem, I know you've been in this community a long time. I mean, is there anyone here you particularly don't recognize or trust?
Well, recognize? Yeah, sure. I mean, there's a few folks around here. Yourself, these fellows. As for trust, I take a good look around, look him square in the eye, and say, "Just you."
Well, now that is most disconcerting. Uh. Okay, look. I'll tell you
Just
what.
calling it how it is.
I'm just gonna take this here. I've got some tarpaulin. I'm just gonna cover my barrel and get on my way. Okay, I can tell when I'm not welcome. I'm just gonna get out of here. And he starts lavering up this bit of tarpaulin and putting it over the thing. The guy's like, "Hey, what about me?" Well, I mean, if you want some of the universal solvent to remove the glue, I can sell that to you.
How about you help the fella out? I'll square up to him as I'm doing this. You coming in here, peddling your wares, interfering with our barn raising. We still got 2 barns to finish raising. The day's not getting any younger. Then one of your lids mysteriously disappears.
I
Poor gentleman
nothing.
finds it. The least you can do, we bought from you. He's bought from you.
This is
Help him out and
expensive
you can be
stuff
on
to
your way.
manufacture. Okay, look. I tell you what, I will. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do this. He says, like, taking a pipette and going to another thing. I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna free him for you for free. I might add, for free. I just want you guys to know that most villages I go to, okay, people love seeing traders. Okay, they're like, oh, hey, what's the news from the next village? Hey, what about all this stuff? Can I buy some pots and pans? No, I'm just selling glue right now. You guys, nothing but hostility. Nothing but a hostility. And the guy's hand comes free.
Are you good, Chaz? Chad? I can't remember what I called you earlier. Are you good?
Yeah, it's Jazz. Chad's my brother. Yeah, it's
Right.
It's
Yeah.
it's a bit red, but I'll be okay.
Okay.
Now, if you don't mind, gentlemen, excuse me. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry we are parting in such conditions, Mr. Acme Smith. I will recommend your product, and if I have an opportunity, I will pay a visit to your manufacturer. It seems absolutely fascinating.
Yep, you can indeed. That is down in Waterdeep, home of
Down
all
in-
good manufacturers.
I always wanted to visit Waterdeep. What's a good season to visit Waterdeep, Mr. Acme Smith?
I mean, I don't really know. I just know don't go there if it's misty, okay? That's the only tip I'll give you. Now, I'll see you guys later.
Well, we should not wait and use this product to finish the bonds. I don't know how fast it dries. I also secured that lid. No, the lid was taken away by.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was to be taken.
Okay.
That was an interesting fellow, but I don't think he had our nails.
What makes you so sure?
Just a feeling. I think, however, he still may have orchestrated it, though. I wouldn't be surprised if they were still somewhere. I feel it might be a tactic he uses.
It's a side subject, but I'm a bit concerned by the nutritional standards of your village. Is it customary in this sort of event to give away so much candy to your children?
It's just a little bit of fun. Yeah, they don't mind. Bit of energy, they run around for a little bit, crash out. It's fine. Mom and Dad get a quiet evening.
It's just I saw them. Some of them would carry an awful lot of candy. I mean, I wouldn't have thought that their parents could afford that. I don't even know where that candy comes from. I mean, do you have a confectionery in the area?
Yeah, sure. We have some of the special. We have bakers and people that make candies. It's just sugar.
I will have if I could do an investigation roll, because what I suspect is that well, that's not the reason why Winreed is investigating that. He's investigating that for nutritional reason, but I suspect the children were paid with candy to steal the nails.
Yeah, sure. Give us a check. Investigation will be fine. That's what you put forward, isn't it?
Hey, I've used most of the glue on the barn.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, on a 16, you look down into this kid's arms. You can see he's got all the candy. You can also see that his arms have got a slight green tinge to them. There's a lot of kids around for this community.
Yeah, maybe I was wrong about the demographics of this area. Maybe this plan to get glued for barn raising on a regular basis would have been good. You've got a lot of kids around here, Bardem, but I'm afraid, yeah, I don't know if it's the air or something, but their complexion is rather odd. And I point at one green kid to Bardem.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you mention it,
Yeah, you don't recognize this kid.
there are a lot of kids around here.
Is
And-
that green tinge typical for children?
And I mean, I had a closer look. I would repeat, I'm sorry, my advice regarding the consumption of a large amount of candy. Their dentition seems to be rather impacted by all that sugar. It's really green, and some are missing teeth. But what? I guess it's compensated by the fact that the one they still have left are very pointy.
I mean, how close are these kids?
Close enough.
They're close enough. Am I like, yeah? Do you know what? I think you're right. And I look at one of the kids, and I'm just like, did he pay you?
And
I sort of
this.
point after.
Hey, mister, leave me alone! As this thing, you realise he's wrapped hammers and things in candy wrappers, and he's running away with them. Ah! Ah! It's a goblin. It is no less than a goblin.
God, the education of children around here is rather disappointing.
It's not a child, you fool! It's a goblin. Somebody stop that kid! Goblin! He's got my
What?
hammers and my nails.
Who's got-
Jake's up, guys! Run!
Goblins, what's going on?
Mr. Oh, you may wish to stop.
Okay, I'm gonna throw grease at the feet of the goblin running away.
I'll give chase as well.
Yeah, does that give me some sort of dex save for falling, or is it just a straight up I fall?
There you go.
A dex save. I assume that doesn't beat your DC. So that goblin running falls over, and there's like a shower of tools that fly into the air as he hits the ground. One of which undoubtedly hitting him. He's thinking, ah!
Can Olo catch up to him?
Yeah, sure. But there's also like 5 goblins have erupted from the barns, running in different directions.
Oh dear.
Somebody do something. What?
Well, that one's fallen
The
over.
barn raising.
So I'll go try and. Are they just like completely split up in all directions?
Yeah, they're like scattering.
All right. I'll try catch one that's closest to me that's not slipped over.
Yeah, this one's wearing a baby grow onesie.
Run up and just like sort of try and pick them up if I can.
Yeah, sure. Give us what does that feel like? Athletics for a grapple. Opposed athletics versus acrobatics. Oh, damn! Nat 20.
Oh!
Oh! Somehow he shouldn't be able to, but somehow this little goblin weasels his way through your grip and bursts into the forests.
I think you still have the baby onesie. It slipped out of it.
It runs off naked.
Those shining little tushy faces you as it runs off.
Does he drop
Okay.
all his nails though, all hammers and stuff?
Yeah, you can see the pockets are absolutely full of nails.
Oh no!
Oh God!
It was the kids all along. Gosh. Are there any more that we can chase after, or are they all they're gone by this time?
They're in range of a short bow.
They're definitely within range of a short bow. You can see a couple running up the mountain, and another one running off into the trees near where you scolded the gentleman and the carpenter.
I pull out the short bow and aim for whatever one probably seems like I can maybe get a hit on them, at least like around their legs or something like that to try to stop them.
Okay.
I'm attempting.
Ouch!
Yep.
A 12 does not hit. The goblin
No.
sort of like does a little jump, like, "Ah, they're firing at us!"
I'm gonna
So
sling
good.
one.
Slim.
I mean, sling just gonna knock him out, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, I don't want to kill it. Ooh, nice.
Boom. And can you roll damage on that for me?
Do I roll damage? In,
So you go onto the chat box, and where it says the word sling, just click that.
Oh.
There we go. So on a hit point on 4, you do like this little goblin sort of like he goes down, but like he's not out. He's like sitting there rubbing the back of his head, like.
Is he within grabbing distance? Like, could I run and grab that one, or the greased one? Is the one that fell over in the grease?
I was going to say the one that fell over in the grease. I was going to go up to and sort of. I
Yeah.
don't know quite how small he is. Am I able to sort of pick him up by a leg? And
Yeah,
sort
sure,
of
but
start interrogating him as to what's going on.
But obviously, he is currently pretty much in the center of a 10-foot square of grease. So if you want to
Yeah.
wade into the grease, you're also going to need to give me a dexterity check. To
Can I make a perception check to see if I see the grease?
yes, I like that flavor.
We'll
That sounds
do it
great.
that way.
I mean,
I mean,
on a 12, what do you think? Do you think you see the grease?
I reckon I'd have been close enough to Rickon to see him do something, so probably
Yeah,
with that.
we'll give you advantage on that. You get a 19, so yes,
Okay.
you see the grease easily.
Cool. All right. So I will stop my approach, and I will just start pacing around the grease, waiting for this goblin to try and get up, go somewhere, do something.
So like he's sort of like doing the whole Bambi on ice thing. He's got like one hand down and 2 legs out, and he's like, "Okay, no, there's no need to be violent. Okay, we can resolve this peacefully."
Well, how about you start by giving me my nails back?
That seems very reasonable.
It does, doesn't it?
Yep.
So come on in. Empty out your pockets.
Right here. I mean, I can do it right here. Like he's
Yeah.
still in the middle of the grease. He can't get purchase. Like,
Yeah, he can. Yeah, get emptying.
Yeah, he just starts like upturning his pockets. You see like nails falling out into the grease. As he's got a screwdriver as well.
Oh, is that it?
He like puts his hand down his back and pulls a like a long like one-handled drill from down his back. He's like, "That's everything."
You're
Are they-
sure? Could
Are
be
they-
real bad for you if we found something else.
Hey! I do not smuggle things in the fashion that you are insinuating.
Oh, dear Lord, I would hope not. Oh. Would anyone?
Then I'd be really screwed.
That's
I don't understand,
by
Bardem.
the circumstances, that's pretty good.
I don't understand, Bardem. Are you still missing some tools? Are you looking for a screwdriver?
Whoa, the lot seems to have gone missing. I mean, that's not all the nails.
Are there any more within visual that Olo can see?
The one that hit his head, he's still sitting there. He's doing like the whole.
Okay.
Ooh.
Can I use a key point to dash over there?
Yeah, of course. I completely forgot you're a monk. You can dash like hell.
Doosh.
Yeah, like you're basically just in front of him, and he's like, ah!
Hey, did you steal all our stuff? Grab him.
Ah!
Shake him.
Nails start falling out of him. Yes! Yes, I did!
Where are your friends gone? We need that back.
They went back to the meeting place.
Okay, I'm not gonna hurt you, but you need to take us to the meeting place.
I don't think Travis would like it.
Who's Travis?
So let's see. Bardem would recognize Travis as the man who sassed Nox.
Ah,
But I believe he's down the hill at
yeah.
the moment.
Yeah.
You're familiar with our friend Travis, young lady.
Indeed. So, looks like he was up to something else after all. I just misinterpreted.
Interesting. Do you know whereabouts he is?
I believe. Do I know where? I recall maybe where he went to.
Well, he was sitting over by the water barrels, the like half butts that were full of water. But they're not there now.
But not yet. He was by the water recently, however, he does not appear to be there anymore. We, managed to find the carpenter as well. I don't know if they are quite in on this together, but they may have been.
Interesting.
I'm gonna bring this goblin child, or not child, back to the others. You're gonna have to take us to the meeting place. You know that.
Yeah, I know.
And grapple him as well. And I don't want. The other one got away. I'm gonna make sure that this one doesn't get away. So I'm gonna try and grapple him.
Could you make me a check? Yeah. I think he might actually have advantage on this because he's covered in grease.
Oh no, this is the one that was got shot in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, you've got a good firm grip on him. You've got him in like a little. You're holding his arms behind his back or something. He can't move.
Okay. I think I'm still massive as well, aren't I?
Oh yeah. You're probably like just holding a leg, like a chicken drumstick, you know.
About that, I slightly misread the spell, so it doesn't last that long. So at some point, you would resume your normal size.
Okay. So yeah, I'll bring them back to the others and go, and they would have heard about the Travis thing, and obviously, and this guy knows where the meeting place is. There's a meeting place, and they're gonna meet Travis.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'll take you there.
Excellent.
We're not gonna hurt them. Though.
This guy too.
You're in.
Olo, I'm so happy to finally side to someone who shares my philosophy of not hurting people unnecessarily.
I mean,
Yeah.
I gotta say, I appreciate that too.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Yeah. Only like 10 years ago, everyone used to kill goblins just all the time.
I heard about that dark time. I'm not gonna do that.
I just look at the goblin and say, "Yeah, I remember those days."
I would still recommend you are on your best behavior. And she just, a little bit of fire.
Why is it creepier the nicer you say it? Ah!
Be good.
You shouldn't judge. You're not one to judge, my little friend. You're a criminal at the moment.
Well, I would say that's subjective.
You stole all our stuff.
Well, yeah, but you guys have the rules.
The rules.
Yeah. Can't break rules if you don't have any rules.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
See,
Oh, no.
everything's subjective.
It's not a rules, it's just common decency.
What?
Decency. Not taking from other people stuff that's not yours.
Especially your neighbor.
You
As it-
seem to
well-
lack a sense of morality, little green one. It
Ah.
may be best for you to show us where to go right now.
Oh yeah, I'm ready and willing. Do I just point, or do you put me down and I lead?
Point.
Oh no. You point.
Okay, we go this way.
And the other one that's in the grease might have run out by now. I think it lasts like a minute, doesn't it?
Yeah, so he's probably
So,
like just brushing himself down about now.
I just sort of wander up to him and be like, "You too," and I just give him like a stiff but non-damaging kick up the backside,
Yeah,
and I say, "Here's the way I see things. We've got 2 barns to finish putting up. You guys know where our nails are, so you take us there. We get our stuff back."
And
I
maybe
mean,
if you're
we'll
feeling
forget the
so
whole thing.
kind, you could help us.
I was just about to suggest something like that. Seems to me like that glue stuff was much better than the nails. Why don't we go and acquire you some of that glue stuff? Huh?
Oh no! 2 wrongs don't make a right, as the first Magister of Mistra used to say.
But I'm not doing 2 wrongs to you. It'll be 1 wrong and 1 right.
That's true. Your rhetoric is impressive.
Yes, your logic is sound, but unfortunately, as was previously mentioned, your morals perhaps need a shift.
We would kindly accept your help in terms of physical labor, though. I think it might be appropriate once you get the nails back.
Okay. Okay, I'll show you where the meeting place is. Come on, this way. And he takes you off into the forest. In the forest, they don't go too far, but he gets to an old, gnarled, twisted tree. And quite simply, he puts his hand on one of the large, knolls and just pulls it, and it opens like a door. There are steps carved into the tree that go down into a little tiny
Whoa.
cellar basement. All man-made, nothing magical here. It's just maybe a 5 by 5 foot room beneath the ground. Perhaps where the roots of this old tree was before it died. Down here are 3 other goblins, Travis, and that's it.
No sign of any nails or
Oh,
tools.
they've got all the
or is this
stuff. Yeah,
what I can see from the top of the stairs?
yeah. So you can see pretty easily into this room. It's not a big room. What you can see is him and all that, and yes, you can indeed see all the tools and nails. In fact, you can even see Travis has got a clipboard out and he's ticking stuff off.
All right, Travis! I just bellow at him. Sorry if that was too loud.
No, absolutely fine. He just sort of
What on earth is going on here?
well,
These guys, really?
no. Don't be mistaken. I came here and found their hideout, and I'm just checking to make sure that we're gonna get everything back.
Travis?
Oh, hi.
Hello. What are you doing?
Well, like I said, I'm just checking to see that they
Would you care to tell us the truth?
well, maybe I am telling the truth. I mean, how do you know?
Because you wouldn't be so suspicious.
My mom said I was born this way.
Travis, you seem like a fine folk, but you can deceive 1,000 persons one time, or deceive 1,000 times one person, but you cannot deceive 1,000 times 1,000 person. That's what Azud, first Magister of Misra, used to say. You need to understand that.
So my options are, I can deceive 1,000 people at once, or one person 1,000 times.
No. You cannot deceive 1,000 person 1,000 times. The point is, Nox here sees through your deception. I don't, but I'm not a good example. I would be the one being the. It doesn't matter.
Point is, Travis, you're behind this. We've caught you red-handed. It's written all over your face.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is. Okay, yep. Okay, yep. So I've been taking things off the top. Okay, I admit it.
Why?
I admit it. Well, I've been selling it.
Why today?
I've been selling it to get a better ale.
A bit of what?
Sorry.
The ale. You guys all love it when I get good ale in. I've been trying to cut some off the top so I can get the good stuff in, rather than the horse shit I brew.
Well, that's very sad and compassionate in a weird sort of way. I'm sure if you could develop better skills at crafting beer, brewing beer, I could help you out with that. I mean, I know master brewers. I could get you in touch with them.
Can I insight that reply though before he gets too deep into
Yeah,
it?
you can insight that whilst we're having the conversation. Yeah, he's sort of like scratching his head saying, well...
It sounds like some bullshit.
On a 10, it could be true.
Yeah.
Travis, I can tell your heart is in the right place. You don't have to do that. Just open yourself to your friends, and I'm sure they would have understood. And everybody together can find a way to help you out. After all, you seem to have, the happiness of the community as one of your priorities.
Exactly, Travis. We're a community here. I mean, your ale's not really that bad. Sure, it's not golden hops or old guy's barley or.
Well,
Hey,
between
let's not lie, Barnum. It comes out like mud.
Yeah, but some people like that.
Yeah, it's a
Got
stout.
a nice bit of bite to it.
Some
You
people
know,
like it.
you didn't have to skim off the top, fellow.
I just didn't want to let everyone down.
Were you responsible for the glue salesman today as well?
Good point. I was gonna ask about the glue guy.
No, I didn't know he was coming.
Hmm.
Fate. You see, Mistra.
Insight check that comment, please.
Can we all insight check that?
Yeah, insight.
Eh,
At any time you want to insight, go for it.
Oh.
Fuck's sake.
I'm gonna inside, but I hope I fail.
You'll be the one that succeeds, you realize.
So if you just want to trust him, you don't have to insight.
Oh.
He is
Of course.
telling the truth, Callum. He knew nothing about the glue salesman. The glue salesman was
This man tells the truth. I can say. It's just Mistra. She works in mysterious ways. She knew we would be running out of nails, so she put some glue on our path,
Hmm.
so we would not get stuck.
That could
No,
be true.
wait, that
Travis.
doesn't come right.
Travis. Even if you stumble and fall sometimes, doesn't mean you've chosen the wrong path. You can get back on that path, the right path.
Oh, so I am on the wrong path. You mean I was gonna say I should keep stealing and
No,
no,
I
Travis.
don't mean that. You can get back on the right path. It's not too late. You can make amends here.
Can I just do an investigate? Like, can I have a perception rather? Like, look around and see, is there anything? I'm just paranoid.
yeah.
Oh, probably no.
No, you're probably distracted by the naked goblin.
Oh, hey, do you want this back?
Jumps into it.
It's much better.
Pop, pop.
Poppers.
Brilliant. Travis, what I don't understand. Okay, I don't agree with it, but I understand why you were wanting to skim off the top. Okay, you as our friend says, your heart is in the right place. What I don't understand is why today, why the goblins, why everything. Why not let the bond raising go ahead, and we don't finish the bonds, we get no ale.
Well, the goblins have been working with me for a little while. And they're good enough guys. They just want to help out. I probably led them astray a little bit. They're a bit impressionable. But today, I knew the magic guy was turning up, and I didn't want our old ways to be ruined by doing magic all the time, so I thought I'd throw a few spanners in the works.
The magic guy?
Yeah, Mr. Rickon over here.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was not my intention to disturb your ways. I just wanted to be helpful. You could have told me, and I would not have used what I learned in the cult of Mistra.
I can see that now. I feel like an idiot.
Why
Hey.
did you become friends with goblins, Mr. Travis?
They're lonely. Look at them. They're not bad guys. They're just inherently evil, but they mean well.
Do you connect with them? Are you lonely?
Is this a loaded question, Nox?
Perhaps.
I mean, we're not like, close. They're just goblins.
Just goblins.
Well, I mean, they're like, I don't. Oh God, I don't.
Travis. That's cold. You guys aren't just goblins. You goblins. You're individuals.
That's right. I gotta know.
Everyone. Okay.
You.
Yeah,
What's your name?
Gobbo.
Hey, Gobbo.
Last name Lynn.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Lin.
It's nice to meet you too.
Where are we going with this?
I don't know. You started the conversation. I'm just going along.
So should we head back to the village and finish the bonds and celebrate with some ale, whatever its quality,
Yeah.
and we'll work out how to make better ale next year.
Goblins, I think you at least owe us some work. We've lost a lot of time on those bonds. Come back and help us finish those bonds, please.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Whoa.
Travis, would you and your friends like to help us?
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Are you telling us that you'd let us work?
Why not?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like
Why
we
not?
could come and work and get paid?
In ale.
That's
I mean-
what we're working for.
Oh, but I mean, like, you don't have a problem with goblins working for you?
As long as you don't take any more nails.
Because that's stealing.
Stealing? No, it's gobbling, not stealing.
I think our friend Travis here has led you guys astray. You seem pleasant enough. You brought us here. You want us to help us get our stuff back. So yeah, sure. Why not? We've lost several hours now. There's no way we're gonna get these barns up without them.
That's beautiful. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so glad to see such a beginning of such a fine cooperation starting.
Well, we might be kind of isolated, but we're an open community. As long as you're doing the right thing, everyone's welcome.
I mean, I got lots of skills. I can sneak around real good, and I can pick locks like no one's business. You need to get into a place, you lose your key, I'll get you in. What else can I do? I've got real light fingers.
Yeah, we noticed. All right. How about you load up your light fingers, help us get this stuff back. We got some barns to raise.
Yeah, sure. And like all the goblins immediately like pick up a stack. They've only just recently put this stuff down, so they're like literally just grab it up and they're just like start zooming out again.
Oh, not so fast, guys. Hold your horses.
Beat you there!
Come on, Travis, you too. Let's go.
All right.
And next year, no magic, okay?
Of course. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we didn't know that we were stepping on
Ah.
your culture and
There-
stuff.
I don't-
No, there are no rules. It's just
I don't.
first one to go up, but
I mean, I don't really mind. Now I know you. You seem nice enough. I just didn't want, I feel like an idiot. Magic's fine. Let's get these barns raised. We're not gonna do it without magic.
Oh,
I liked what you said about the heart of the community and remembering where we came from and all of that. I quite like that we'll make it a manual task.
Definitely. That's part of your culture. You should never forget that.
But it's just
nails,
a bit of harmless fun, right? So let's get back.
Nails and hard work, not glue and magic.
Exactly. I like that.
I said to the side to Olo, those people seem incredibly progressive in some fields, but very conservative in others.
Who are we to judge?
Oh, I'm not judging. I'm just puzzled.
It's a good observation, though.
Nice friendly folks, just a bit out in the sticks for the latest tech. We're still on dial-up.
Yeah, I'm just casting a message cantrip. Hang on 2 seconds.
Ba-dang, ba-dang, ba-dang.
Oh, I miss that sound. Okay, so you guys get back to the village, and sure enough, the goblins are all there, and they're just whacking nails into every bit of wood they can find.
Whoa. Guys. Hold your horses.
We're gonna get it built.
No, not like that, you're not. Get down here. We got 2 teams. We got 2 team captains.
Right, split into 2 teams. Come on. It's a
You're gonna be
competition.
told what you need to do, and you're gonna do it right.
Okay, so they split back into teams.
Okay.
Okay. How many of
I'm
them are there?
There's 5 of them.
Okay, so you 3 over there with Rickon, you 2 and Travis, come on. We
You got
a
it,
barn
boss.
raise.
That'll be a barn racing.
Okay,
Raise that barn. Raise that barn.
what state's the barn's currently in? Because it's been a while. Can
Well-
I have a look around and see how they're doing?
I believe Olo came back and glued the joist that was loose, right?
Yep. Glued a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, and Travis sort of like muffles an apology to Olo about that. Yeah, I loosened that one. I'm sorry. You guys were winning. You were using magic. I wanted to sabotage. I should have just
Hey.
said something.
Yeah.
Mr. Travis.
Well,
Did you do anything else that we should be aware
no,
of?
hang on a minute, Nox. I overheard you speaking to Bardem. You were fully up for cheating at one point.
I said that I would not. At all.
Well, I did not. I didn't break my word.
Because you didn't give your word.
Exactly.
Instead, you caused trouble. And while I like that and appreciate it, there's a time and a place. Understood?
Confusedly, yes. And yeah, they'll get back on. So the barns are in reasonable state. They're both structures mostly, with the 4 walls up and struts put in. So we still have the sides and the roof to get on. You guys are pretty much nearly level pegging at the moment, with Rickon and Olo's team being slightly ahead.
Okay, let's get these sides up, guys. And I'll signal over to my strong friend from earlier. Sort of tell him to sort of grab one end of the side of the barn that's like flat on the floor, and we'll start to push it up. And I'll say, "You guys, get those nails in," and we'll sort of push up the side, and goblins can, I don't know, form some kind of goblin tower to start getting the nails hammered in.
Yep.
Goblin
Brilliant.
stack.
Obviously.
Yeah, if you give us a athletics check, and I'll get your strong friend to do so too.
Where am I?
I'm thinking when we've got our walls up, that when we're like nailing planks across, I have a goblin on like sort of like standing on my shoulders or like on my shell, and like hammering above, and I'm hammering in the middle, and there's one a little bit further down, hammering lower, and we're just sort of going along the wall.
Yeah, okay. So between the two of you, you can get it up quite easily, and the goblins spring into action to nail them in. They don't do the best. But they get nails in, they start it off at least so someone else can come around sort of checking and just be like, no.
That's good. Start off slow. Tap, 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 and then when you feel it bite, bang!
So, Olo, you've got the goblin on your back. You're walking along, holding things up while it's nailing them in. Do you want to give us some sort of strength check, or do you want to go more for accuracy, maybe, or
strength? Athletics, or is it?
Yeah, you can go athletics. Why not? Oh yeah, on a 22, you're holding it very firmly.
Damn.
And the goblin is also not very good. He's sort of wobbling on your shell. He's like, wow!
Okay, just take your time. We'll slow down.
Okay. And with both teams having the similar problem with the goblins not being a very skilled workforce, you sort of progress at a similar rate. So Rickon and Olo's team will still be in the lead as you get your first couple of sides up.
So what I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to subdivide the work in very simple tasks they can help with. So I give them one simple thing at a time to do, and especially I give one simple task. I don't give them all different tasks. I give one goblin one simple task, another goblin a simple task, and when they're done with it, I give them another task. But I sequence it like that.
Okay, yeah, seems very sensible. Okay, so how does this go? Maybe
Intelligence or wisdom?
yeah, something along one of them lines. It sounds like an organization thing. Maybe more intelligence than wisdom.
Okay, there you go.
Oh yeah, you quickly figure out a way to teach them how to do simple things, and they become more effective. Your goblins will now roll with advantage. What about Bardam and Nox falling behind? What are you guys up to?
I go up to Travis. Mr. Travis, would you, in your grand expertise in raising barns, perhaps give some assistance and some pointers to the goblin friends?
Oh yeah, I can do that. There's no problem at all.
I think they need a bit of help.
Oh yeah, they always do. Yeah, okay, I can help them out.
Wonderful.
And he'll go across and speak to them. And you know what? He inspires them. And now both sets of goblins, still level pegging, have advantage. So, are we going for the same thing for the next two sides? Athletics checks and goblin dexterity checks?
I'm just seeing if I could do something.
Uh-huh.
I've got an idea. So I'm gonna kind of open up my cloak and say to one of the goblins, stay close, but use this. And I'm gonna pull out a light hammer, which is sort of wreathed in kind of a slight ethereal glow. It's basically I'm conjuring a pact weapon, and I'm gonna
Magic. He's using magic.
We said next year. Fine. Okay, and I put it away.
The only honest one. The only honest.
We said next year. You know what? You do fine. Yeah. Let's carry on. I feel suitably scolded.
I didn't make the rules. Burden, I didn't make the rules. This is your culture.
Yeah, I literally did make the rule as well. So yeah, okay, fine. I thought I said from next year, but fine. Okay. Well, let's hurry things up. Otherwise, we're never gonna get there.
Can I get a athletics check from you, Bardam, as you help the strong guy to lift the next barn side?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So between the two of you, you're not doing too bad. You've got an average of exactly 13. You can sort of hold the side up, but the goblins with their inspiration are much better at putting the nails in. They're getting much faster. So Olo and Rickon, if you want to help out, athletics checks.
Okay.
I won't do athletics checks. I'm just looking at things and helping out. So
If you want to, if you can think of anything else you could roll that could help out, I'm open to it.
well, I mean, I've been giving my instructions. I think it's fair to say that I'm spending my time for the advantage to be sustained. I need to be always behind the goblins and making sure to do things well.
Barking orders at them.
Yeah.
And barking, being kind, and making it a game, and maybe a little bit of competition between the two goblins, which are helping us.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's working okay. It's not working great on a 14. And with the athletics as well, you can see these next two ones. Maybe it's just the initial start up of getting the tasks. They're just sort of like starting to grasp it. You can see they're gonna be quicker, but at the minute, you guys have fallen back a little bit. And now, as the next two sides go up, you're all level pegging, and there's only roofs to go on.
Okay, so
Okay, you guys, just the roof and the doors. Let's get them on. Nox, do you wanna handle the door with a couple of these guys and big fella over here? I'll get up
Sure.
on the roof and start getting the slats into place.
Wonderful.
Travis sort of says, "Oh, I'll help you, Nox."
Thank you, Travis. So we work to try to put the door up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
Cool, yeah, and I guess I'll find a ladder and get it out against the side of the barn so I can get up onto the sort of the framework that is the roof, and start hoisting up the slats of wood. I'll keep a goblin lackey to run and fetch wood and tie it up so I can pull it up to the roof.
Like holding him like a hammer, sort of like a nail gun, like boop, boop.
Not the goblin. No. He or she is on the floor, at ground level, dragging the wood over or pulling the wood over, or whatever the tiles, the thatching, and then attaching it to one end of a rope, and then I kind of imagine there'll be like some kind of pulley on the top of the roof I can kind of hoist the wood up.
You can get the other goblin to hoist it if you like. So what they'll do is you've got two goblins, so they could drag it along to the wood, and then they could like hop on a hay bale, hop on the pulley. The other one hops on the hay bale, hops on the pulley, and they just go round and round in circles, hoisting it up.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds awesome. Sorry, Nox, you've got Travis.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys can manage it. You got the big fella too.
Travis, what's the best way, in your experience, to ensure this goes up quickly but safely?
Screw 'em.
All right, then. Let's get to work.
Yep, just give them a good screw. 2 in the bottom, 2 at the top.
All right. Would you like to be the one that goes up there and does that?
Gambi is not that tall.
Go for it, then, please.
You doing the bottom ones?
I will. So yeah.
Sort of like, it'll go silent for a moment, I imagine. Are you saying you like it when people make trouble sometimes?
Be entertained. Yes.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Do you cause trouble often?
I'm not caught often.
Oh, Travis. Yes, you are an entertaining one to watch.
You guys quiet.
Yeah. And to think you didn't seem to like me much earlier.
Well, I didn't realize you would. Excuse me.
Sorry, you didn't realize what?
I thought you were a stiff.
Ah.
Bossing everyone around, you know.
Well, I take that as an apology for judging me initially. You are forgiven. Now, let's get this done.
Yep. Okay, and you guys are getting things done. So how are we getting the roof on at the other camp?
Which camp is the other camp? Rickon or?
Rickon.
So
You have your goblin pulley
I
system.
think, yeah, what we we all introduced the goblin pulling system. What we're gonna do is that I suggest I use my strongest men and women to put the framework, the beams in place, etc. While the goblins who are nimble, I keep them on the upper side. So we put the beams in place, and the goblins remain up, and they nail them. And once we're done with that, we hand the what do we call that, the wind reeds, etc., which are used for the thatch roof, to the goblins. So the strong people are downstairs, and the goblins are on the roof, and they're the one laying the roof, etc.
Okay. And Ola, do you want to flavor that at all?
Yeah, I'm thinking if we've got like a rope up to running along, can I sort of almost belay goblins so they can sort of like be harnessed, and they can sort of almost swing, lay some roof, and then sort of like swing back to the next joist. Yeah, and then lay some more roof, and then they can rehook, and just move along like that.
Yeah, okay, I like that.
And I could belay them so they won't fall.
So with all of your advice, these guys have got advantage, and on a 19, they're getting that roof put up pretty quick. So let's see. We've all got good solutions in place. I don't think I rolled anything for your goblins at your end, actually, Barden. They're not doing too bad. So as the roof gets completed, both roofs go on at the same time. There's only the doors to complete, and Travis Knox suddenly goes, "Oh, hang on. Oh, damn it. This door is on upside down."
How does
Looks
that
like we got a
happen,
new
Travis?
friend.
I was distracted.
Were you now?
Don't say it like that. Shut up. Not a word. Just like pulling the door off.
I see. Right. Bottom, I believe we might have a slight delay in getting the door together.
What's going on down there?
Oh, it just
Just
small misunderstanding with the direction.
left or right or top to bottom?
Top to bottom.
Ah. The other one's salvageable. Come on, Travis.
Yeah.
Don't let me come down there.
Yep. Getting it fixed. At your end, what was the plan? Was there a plan for a door last time? If there was, I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. Rickon.
The team Rickon?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that we discuss about doors. Personally, my view, I can ask Olo and the other people in the team what they feel about that. I wouldn't ask the goblin, but I would delay and make it so that we put the door in place just at the same time as the other team. You know, making things, keeping an eye on them, and right now, so it's a draw.
Yeah. So we're slightly ahead. We'll get the frame possibly made, frame sturdy, everything in place, but we'll just slow it down. Is that what you're saying, Rickon? Is that what you're gonna say? And that we're sort of like we want to time it. I think that's what we want to do.
So you will also see as you're timing it, they've got that last door on, everything's a go, and then you see them start removing the door again.
Oh, okay, we did not realize first. No, I raised my hand and said, hold it, I need to check that door before this is approved, because the door is something extremely important.
The handle, where's the handle?
So I just make up crazy health and safety verifications of the door.
Yeah, one of the goblins nearby is like,
Hey, come on, we want to win.
Come on, a good craft is more important than a competition. So I'm just gonna go with okay. So that's my deception to pretend that yeah, what I'm making up is not it's not just to slow down.
Yeah, and goblins are not wise. They're like, okay. And yes, indeed, the doors do all get assembled at the very last moment, at exactly the same time. Bardem, if you're judging as well as playing, you'll see that this is clearly a draw.
Yeah.
Everybody wins! Yeah!
Well, that looks like it's it, guys. Well
done,
played all around.
everybody. Well done,
Wonderful.
everybody.
And I think, yeah, everyone deserves the good ale tonight. This has been quite a day. You guys,
Goblins,
and I look down at the
we were
goblin.
getting
You guys
that
think you
too.
can keep your fingers to yourselves?
Oh yeah, I mean, we just want, maybe not to live in a hole in the ground. That'd be great.
Well, maybe we can raise a barn for you folks.
That's a really good idea.
I think I learned lots of barn raising skills.
Well, that's good. Well, we'll be doing this again next year, and we'll start small, but maybe if you guys can prove yourselves, there could be something here for you. Sure, why not?
After considering contractors, we've got goblinoid contractors now.
But hey, they're not trying to sell me anything.
So
They've been pretty
never-
straight with us.
I've never tried ale before.
Oh,
Oh, it's good. You'll like it, I'm sure.
Okay.
Even if it is Travis's.
I'll start explaining to Olo the whole process of brewing and the yeast, etc. Actually, the bakers who told me they were using that yeast. I think the brewer here used the same yeast. That might be the reason why the ale is not as good as you might find other places. But I know a place where maybe I could find some other types of blah 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 blah.
That's great, friend. Come on, let's just go try it.
Mr. Olo, I would recommend drinking slowly.
Sure, it's probably good advice. I tried some cactus wine a year ago. It was an experience.
I can imagine.
Thank you very much to Cat Tulip, who donates a nat 20 to One Sick Bunny.
Oh, bless you, cat.
Oh.
Not in that one like I did to you.
That is very kind.
So then they'll be setting up barrels and stuff. So the goblins sort of take a table to their own. They've got the look of people who want to interact with others but don't know how. Most of the labourers, including the carpenter and such, are helping themselves to barrels. Travis sits apart a little bit on his own with a mug in his hand. Where are you guys?
I'm probably milling around with the townsfolk, kind of enjoying the festivities. So not my first barn raising, so I know how these parties like to go, and I imagine I probably like to let loose a little bit. It's been quite a day.
Let loose definition?
Like drunk, happy drunk, slurring perhaps, not like paralytic, falling all over the place, incomprehensible.
Dancing on tables, that kind of thing.
Yeah, with the right level of persuasion.
Okay. Why don't you give us a
Oh, for a good time.
constitution check for handling your liquor?
Oh,
You do have a nat 20.
yeah, I know I do. I'm not going to use it for this.
Well,
But, hang on, I need a constitution save. Sorry, there we go. I was looking through the skills. Oh.
So
yeah.
you aim for not paralytic and just miss it. You are not paralytic. That's the wrong word. You're very drunk. Persuasive is not the word that people are trying to persuade you not to dance on the table rather than
Cool.
persuade you to dance on the table.
Come on, everyone. We're having a party. We got 2 barns raised. We made some new friends. Let's just have a good time.
How about the rest of you?
Olo would like to make sure that the goblins feel comfortable, that they've maybe like grab, like, hey, come on, let's go meet some people. Don't be shy. You helped out today. Come on.
So when you come over at first, they all like sort of stand on the chair like, hello!
Hey, you did really good. I'm glad to see you guys have come around.
No.
People are quick to judge, you know. I've seen it in so many places. But these people like you now. So come on, let's go meet some people.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm not supposed to drink ale after midnight, though.
Okay, that's cool. What time? I don't even know what time it is.
I don't think it's midnight. Mom always said don't drink ale after midnight. Apparently we turn into monsters or something.
I heard that. I didn't know if it was a myth or not.
I don't think she means literal monsters. I don't think.
No, you're not monsters. And then I'll go around and take them around to the villagers and go, hey, this is Gob. Or Mr. Lin, if you like, and his friends.
Ah, you can call me Goblin, that's fine. Just not Goblin.
You guys, your cups filled up? Come on, it's way before midnight. Let's have some ale.
So, Olo makes stark waves in getting the goblins, integrated with society.
Yeah.
They are drinking with folks and being mischievous, but not.
Not?
Not Nox.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're being mischievous, but they're not being like vicious with it. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like they're doing little things like tying someone's shoelace together, like Bardam's dancing on the table, and when he stops for a minute, they're just like,
Cool.
The facetious.
Cheeky little monkeys.
Oh, that's that one on my dex check with my shoelaces tied.
oh yeah, straight off the table into the mud.
Yeah,
Oh.
start snoring.
How do they handle their ale?
Yeah.
Mixed success. So a couple of them are okay. One of them is really okay. He seems like a hardened drinker. He was one with the slightly deeper voice. Me, I'm all good.
Let the baby grow.
Yeah. But two of them are sort of like singing together, running around like mad. They're not handling it well.
Awesome.
Perfect. Nox goes over to Travis. So, why aren't you spending more time with your goblin friends?
Oh, they're more business arrangement, really.
Oh, you don't consider them your friend?
Well, it's not that I don't consider them friends. I just didn't want to, Today was a mixed success for me. I know we got everything done, but I got caught.
That you did. You shouldn't have been doing that to begin with, but I do understand. But nonetheless, these are... I mean, if they are your business contracts, even still, why don't you try to involve them in the society?
Oh, look at them. They'll be okay. They're naturals. They're singing and dancing, and Arlo's got it in hand. I don't have to get involved.
This is at the point where we see them tying together Barnum's shoelace.
Yeah. Wee! See, they're fine.
They are doing wonderfully with Mr. Olo. So then why are you all by yourself?
Well, this isn't my ale. It's the ale I bought. Everyone knows my gig's up now. I didn't want to talk about it.
Really?
Well, what else could it be?
Travis?
Nox?
You're still not telling me something.
What do you think I'm not telling you?
I have a good idea. You're looking to cause more trouble, aren't you?
Well, no, actually, I was sort of thinking of, you know, trying to learn about that ale stuff that the wizard bloke was talking about.
Well, I do believe Rickon's just over there. You should go speak to him. Come on. If you're shy, I'll ensure that you speak with him. And she just grabs his arm and starts walking over to Rickon.
Okay. So Rickon, what were you up to before Nox invaded?
So I guess I found one of the bakers, and actually, when Nox and Travis are joining me, the subject of discussion relates to brewing because I'm there. Okay, so tell me, you as a baker, I'm trying to work out for Travis a better starch source for his steeping process because I've been looking into it, and I think that might be the key for him to brew a wonderful beer, but it's a bit difficult to secure it. But you who knows, there you are, Travis. I was just talking about you. I didn't want to bother you with that tonight, but yeah, I think uh, I've been looking at the malting, the milling, the mashing, the lautering, but I really think is selecting the right starch source, which would be the key for your brewing to improve.
Oh, yes, says the baker. You are onto something there. Baker's yeast is far too active. Very. I'm not a man of words. It's very lively.
Potent.
Yeah, lively. As I understand it, if you want to be brewing, you need inactive yeast, like slow release yeast. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think you two have a lot of to learn from each others, and if you have contacts outside the village, I will be happy to seek them out for them to deliver what you need. I find all of that truly fascinating. I really want to study this the alchemy, if I may say, of alcoholic drinks.
See, Travis, I told you. You needed to speak with these people. This will help you.
Yeah, it's good.
Wasn't gonna do you any good hiding in a corner.
I wasn't hiding, okay? I was just sitting. I wasn't hiding, everyone, okay? I wasn't hiding.
You weren't. Right. Well, then I will leave you gentlemen to talk. And as Nox leaves, she actually plants a kiss on Travis's cheek and then goes over to the goblins to hang out with them.
Yeah, he goes bright red, but turns to Rickon and the chef, and he's just like, less active yeast. Yep.
I think I put a hand on the shoulder of Travis. Come on, Travis. I think we'll have plenty of time to discuss Sophie's tomorrow. You should go dance with Nox.
Now he goes from red to white. Um,
I'm instructing the goblins whose shoes to tie up next because I thought that was brilliant.
yeah, there's one that's sitting there. He's like, him over there.
Yes.
Okay, shh, create a distraction. And he runs off as Rickon fields Travis towards you. Hey Nox, they said they said we should talk about it tomorrow and celebrate tonight, not work.
Oh, well, that's probably for the best. There are quite a number of inebriated individuals here tonight, so perhaps business talk is not quite the best.
I mean, talking of inebriated, do you fancy a drink?
Sure.
He grabs
Not
you.
your stuff.
No, not my stuff. He grabs a light golden ale that he purchased recently with stolen money, and
Drink it slowly.
as he hands it to you, he says, "I'll race you."
Slowly.
I think
I'll
going
just sort of
to
roll
take...
over in the mud with a grunt, like kind of come to consciousness and realise I'm going to start untying my shoes.
This one thing I'd like. So I roll to find out if it's successful, but at some point there's a goblin, a new one. You don't recognize him, who came close to Nox and Travis with one of the pot of glue and he put a bit of glue and tried to glue Nox to Travis, and he's laughing and leaving. He's got a bottle of the solvent also.
Yeah.
I hope he only glues their clothes.
So I'm gonna first cast Alter Self. So that's actually the goblin. So he's got the clothes of Rickon. And then let's roll a little stealth. Stealth or sleight of hand. This is the same.
Go stealth, but I'll tell you what, because you're in goblin form, you can take a goblin stats for it, so you have a +6 to stealth.
Nice. Okay, let's roll it.
Yeah, that's like what, 20, 23? So
Oh God.
where are you gluing? Are you like gluing their hands or their like clothes? Or?
Do you dance together at some point? I mean, first of all, are you? Is Nox and Travis being not intimate is a big word, but friendly, let's say.
Enjoying each other's company.
I'd say Travis probably is thinking so.
Travis is definitely thinking so. Nox is just amused. She's just, this is fun. This is people.
Okay,
This
I
is
guess
fun.
if at some point they dance together, they will be stuck with the hands on each other's. What do you call that? Well, either elbows or somewhere not problematic, but kind of.
Somewhere unintrusive.
Yeah. So like maybe you dot a little glue on like a hip and a shoulder sort of thing. Like yeah. So when they touch, yeah, okay. So Travis is racing you. Oh, sorry.
Neutral zone.
Yeah, Travis is racing you currently with the drink. You were about to respond to that.
I'm going to take Mr. Olo's wise advice.
And she just sips
I mean, yeah.
as she watches Travis down it, probably.
So, yeah, I thought you liked trouble. That's better though. I feel better for that. Okay,
Good.
want to dance?
Well, as long as you promise the dancing doesn't end up on a table or on the ground like Mr. Bottom.
No, much more respectable than that. I'm sure.
Hey.
He's really hit the bottom of the barrel.
Oh.
Hey, Bardem, are you okay? Hey.
Yeah. Oh.
Are you all right down there?
I
Are
can
you
kind of
set?
try and, pull myself up to my feet using whatever solid surfaces are nearby, be it a turtle or a barrel.
Do you need some help, buddy?
Oh, I wouldn't say no, actually.
I'll put healing hand on him. Ooh.
I'd say a couple of like the younger men in the village, maybe some of the women as well, will come and help Bardem the elder, sort of like help him maybe home.
I'm actually going to use a monk ability, the healing hands. The way, what is it called? Yeah, it's healing hands. Part of the way of tranquility, and neutralize that alcoholic poison that's in his body.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that'll work. So now you've got
I can start
a group of young people who are trying to take him away, and now suddenly, Bardem, you feel fine.
Hey, what's going on? Get off me.
Come on, Mr. Bardem, you're drunk.
Shake
Come on, we're gonna get you home safe.
I feel fine. Honestly, weirdly fine. Was that you? And I turn and look at Olo,
Give him a little wink, and then go back into the party.
give a little sort of knowing nod, and I was like, honestly, I'm fine. Please, just I kind of push people back, in a friendly manner. I'm not being aggressive, like get the hell off me, but and I'll walk sensibly over to I don't know, Rickon, and just so how did you enjoy your first barn raising? Just start up a conversation, just sober as anything,
So
if nothing had happened.
to Rickon.
Yeah.
So Rickon is sitting on a table, but he looks like a goblin. So,
Oh, okay.
but I mean, you probably come next
Well,
to him and you speak to a figure who's got the same hat and everything, and when the figure tells you, Wow, I really enjoy this first from pound raising.
Yes.
It's Rican, but in a goblin.
I grab the hat and I'm like, slap myself about the face. What have you done with Rickon?
Well, I'm here. That's me. I'm really enjoying this game, I must say.
Oh, for
Well, I'm
goodness
sure
sake!
with
And
Travis, we
I
will work.
put the hat down and I wander off.
I suppose the killer question is, Nox, do you dance with Travis?
I do. I look at him. Mr. Travis, one dance, and then I'm afraid I must call it a night.
Seems a bit early, but hey, why not?
And then we apparently get stuck.
Yes. He places a hand on your shoulder, you place a hand maybe on his hip, and both hands get stuck.
Yeah, by the time we finish dancing, and I... Mr. Travis, this wouldn't be your idea of a joke, is it?
I wish it was.
You hear a goblin passing by, running. That was my idea.
That one of yours?
I think they're yours now, technically, but no.
Do you believe you have an extra goblin on our hands, then?
It would seem that way.
Oddly enough, it seems as though Rickon is surprisingly missing.
See, now, I thought he was a whole, like, Mistra priest thing. I didn't think he was, up for getting into trouble.
You'd be surprised how many people enjoy a good spot of trouble.
I mean, that was a confusing speech about I can convince 1,000 people or once or one person 1,000 times or something.
Right. Well, I think we have one of two options here. We can either try to find the ointment for this, should we still have some in our possession, or we can find Mr. Rickon and see what we can have him do to fix this problem.
I mean, I almost hate to suggest this, but your hand is stuck on my trousers. My hand is stuck on your shirt. There's an easy solution here. We just, avert
I have a
eyes.
dagger. I'm sure there's a dagger somewhere here. And she starts...
There we go! See? We could just cut the cloves. Exactly what I was thinking.
So she scavenges around. I've got a dagger, I think, somewhere that I came with my pack.
Do you mind if I cut the trousers? I just don't like people holding sharp things near my trousers.
Oh, of course. A hand in the blade.
And you guys can cut yourselves free with, like, little bits of cloth stuck to your hands.
Right. This could be a really stupid question, I'm sure. What happens if I produce flame at this point? Yeah, right?
I guess it would melt the cloth, leaving you a sticky sort of residue on your hand. Like, Sovereign Clue specifies ethereal magic. Flame isn't so much ethereal, so I suppose it would just sort of melt it and create like a weird mash of glue and a few fibers.
I'll do that, see if it gets it off enough.
Yeah,
See.
don't do that to me, thank you.
That's why I waited till my hand was off your trousers.
Much appreciated, much appreciated.
You're welcome.
Now, Nox, you terrify me, so I'm gonna go to bed.
Have a good night, Travis.
Yep, good night. And he walks away confused as hell. The rest of you.
Perfect.
Barns raised, party's going on. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
What Rickon will do is just he will use the solvent to remove the thing, and he even has the cantrip mending to fix the clothes which was damaged.
Much appreciated. Now, I do believe, unfortunately, Travis has already gone to bed, so you may not be able to do anything about him.
Oh, I meant the next day, sorry.
Oh, the next day? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was still at the party. Oh, good. Sorry.
You spend the evening with your hand and...
Oh, cool.
Rickon is
Perfect.
a bit drunk.
Yeah, I think I probably just spent the rest of the evening just taking it steady.
Learned your lesson.
I learned my lesson. Yeah, I'm gonna take Olo's good advice.
One thing about Rickon, actually he needs to maintain concentration for his goblin spell, so I guess because he's a bit drunk, the concentration is not full on, so maybe bits of his face.
Sort of phasing in and out.
Yeah.
Rickon, is that you?
Yeah, well, yes, it's me. Having fun.
You little mischief maker.
Nox eventually realizes where Rickon is. Yes, mischief maker indeed.
You wanna give me a
Just have
hand?
A little bit of fun, nothing bad. I hope so.
Yeah.
Seem
You
to
wanna-
get along well. I like this drink.
You are a character. I'll give you that. Do you want to give me a hand?
A hand in what?
Well, we gotta tidy up after the party. That's what we do.
That's what the morning's for.
Nope.
Or is it the morning now? I'm a little lost time-wise.
I think Mr. Olo just enjoys cleaning.
Come on, give me a hand.
I would, except for mine happens to be covered.
Okay. Night.
If you don't
Miss
mind,
Knox.
I will just roll a constitution to see if I end up under the table or if I can clean with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I clean with you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're cleaning too.
Right.
I think we'll pan up there. Maybe Rickon sort of helping clean whilst carrying on, maybe sipping that ale into the night. Olo cleaning up. Bardem sort of protesting that this is a morning job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
reluctantly chipping in at this point. I think. He
And,
appreciates the sense of community, but
and Nox, what were you?
I since Travis left, I decided to just stay and watch people and sip my ale throughout the rest of the evening. But I'm going with the I can't. I
Can't lift a finger.
no. So I'm here to support you.
And that's where we'll wrap up the one shot.
Wonderful.
Hey.
Yay!
I hope you guys had fun. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was,
I-
great.
We're all too
Yeah.
wholesome.
That was way wholesome.
Do you know? I literally
I didn't kill anything.
at the beginning of the week I was like, oh, what should I do for this one? I'll do something to a barn raising. That'd be fun. And like today I was like, what have I done to myself? How am I going to make this work? Like,
That was good. I liked it.
Great.
good.
Brilliant.
Good. I'm glad
Yeah.
you guys liked it. Well, let's go round. We'll. I can't remember what order we went in last time. Cameras have flipped a couple of times, so we'll just start at the bottom of the screen and work our way up. This is you guys' chance to tell us where you are online, where we can find you, so we can see more of you, and tell us your favorite part about the one shot today. And if you guys want to post any links in chat, please do. My chat's open to all that sort of stuff. So we'll start at the bottom with Chaotic Rogue.
All right. So again, I'm Natalie at Chaotic Rogue on Twitter. I also have my own entertainment site, which is www.chaoticrogue.com. I have a little bit of a theme going on here. So that's where you can find me. Also, my favorite part of this was, I think, the character arc of Travis going from judgmental thief to just really confused boy.
Yep, found the root of all men somewhere.
I'm really happy leaving him completely confused, though. That is exactly how I want them. So
Perfect. That's perfect.
So next up the screen, we have Callum. By all means, Natalie, please do fill in chat. Callum, how did you find that?
I really enjoyed this session. It was great, and it's great because it's a character I played in another campaign, and it was not appropriate because he was too pacifistic, etc., and his spells were useless. And my favorite part tonight was that I used all my spells. I found an application for absolutely each of my spells, which were the exact same I had previously. But otherwise, yeah, I'm Callum from the Rollis podcast, proud member of the RPG Academy network. I'm a show with mostly discussions, interviews of people. Sometimes we mix in actual play. So you have a bit of the actual play, a bit of the interview, a bit of the actual play. The last time we did that was the Lone Wolf. It was quite humoristic, and you can find me at Rollispod. It's very convenient. It's written on the screen, so I don't have to spell it. It's French for role player, and yeah, you can find the WordPress. I'm on iTunes and everywhere. It's just audio, so it's great for you to listen on your commute. And let me know what you think.
Fantastic, thank you. And next up the screen we have One Sick Bunny.
Hey
Hi.
guys, yeah, you can find me on Twitter at OneSickBunny. That's probably about it. I don't stream. This is my first time. But on my Twitter, I chat inanely with my friends and I post pictures of minis that I paint. Some of them are quite good. You know, come along, check them out. Give me some praise. I like it. Validate me. I don't know. I kind of just enjoyed the whole thing tonight. I think if I had to pick like one little thing, I'd probably the goblin pulley carousel thing. That was great. Or the goblin just surprise twist that they were all kids. But yeah, I had a really good time. So yeah, hopefully this won't be the last you'll see of me.
Yeah, hopefully not. I 100% if you hadn't have told me at the beginning, I would have easily forgotten that it was your first time. Like easy, flowed into it easy.
That's just D&D, innit?
There it is. There it is.
Nailed it, Ryan. You nailed it.
Boom.
Boom.
But you didn't use your nat 20. Oh, I didn't find an application. Oh.
No, I didn't. Unfortunately, I only had that one con save afterwards.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kat. You can punish me for that when you DM me.
Does it carry over?
Okay.
Surely it carries over.
Yeah, we can carry it over. Remember, you've got it.
All right, cool.
Yeah. And last but most certainly not least, we've got Evan Monkey Boy.
Hi, I'm Evan at Monkey Boy on Twitter. That's the only place I really am. My Twitter feed's just D&D and maybe some kids of my own, which, and some videos. But all I do really is D&D wise is maybe leather bind books. I've done that a few player handbooks of leather bound and given them away. But yeah, I think the takeaway for tonight for me was the interaction with the glue salesman. Oh my god, I hated him so much.
I hate that guy.
I hated that guy.
Such a sleaze.
You knew he was just crafty and horrible, but we couldn't prove anything. It was delicious. It was beautiful.
Hey, as far as we're all concerned, he was genuine, okay? He did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
My internet is the worst timing. Anyways, hi, sorry.
It's okay.
It's
Welcome
all right.
back.
But thanks for having me on your stream. I really appreciate it. It was great fun. There was no combat, which was perfect because that fitted my monk just fine. But yeah, thank you very much.
No, thank you all.
Yeah, thanks. This was a lot of fun.
Good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I've linked your Twitters in chat, I think, except for yours. Except for yours, actually, but I can do that quickly.
If not, I can.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, not the next episode, but maybe the one after that. I think you will be featured shortly, Kraticus. It will be with Maze Arcana set in Phoenix and Ruti Rittenberg.
Ooh.
I think you participated to the Q&A.
Yeah, I did. I did a little bit, yeah.
You will be in there, so you want to hear more Kraticus. Just check it out.
There you go. And there's the Twitter there, and just above there's the Twitch as well. Do you live stream as well?
No, I don't. It was my very first live stream.
Look at you guys! Look at this! Like, just throwing live stream, like, popping cherries out of nowhere. Wow. Awesome. Fantastic. Well, I had no idea. Okay, I should do my wrap-up, though. Guys, social links. These are my main social links. My Discord, I'm very proud to brag about. They are a proper family feel, look out for each other Discord group. If you come in new, they'll teach you. If you come in experienced, they won't preach to you. They're really cool.
Can we join that group?
Yeah, of course. Get on in.
As I click that.
If you guys watching want to get into a game, there's my Twitter link. Pop me a follow, send me a DM, and I'll get you into my little red book, and we'll get you a game. Simple as that. And YouTube as well. All of these videos will be uploaded. I'm pretty rammed this weekend, so I don't know when I'm going to start uploading again, but I will start uploading again soon. There is my Patreon. Also, you can support me from as little as $1 and get access to all my content. Anyone who supports me for $1 or more, they get access to everything. The only thing I do for higher tier subscribers is at higher levels you get like exclusive merchandise that is not available on my website, which is here. I have a Redbubble with lots of merch where you can get things with my logo on. Now, my schedule over the next few days, I've got another game in an hour featuring Lex Mandrake, Animus Fanthera, and Ephemera. Davis may not be able to make it. Then tomorrow, we're back at 7 a.m. for Pirates of Paradise, where I'm bringing back the character Johnny Deep, which I know brings at least Katie severe discomfort, which makes me happy. Then at noon, I'm running again. We've got Vat Salty Ginger, Lauren running a Call of Cthulhu game for us. At 4 p.m, we're back with another group. We'll be doing a one-shot based around a sanctuary for sick adventurers. And at 8 p.m, we'll be back again with Kiana running us through a one-shot. And then on Sunday, we're back again at 7 a.m, noon, and 4 p.m. It's a weekend full of D&D. And then on Monday at 8 p.m. EST, we are running the episode 1 of our new campaign, Cities of Mist, Shadows of Mist. We did session 0 last week. It's on the YouTube, and it's very much worth a watch. Now, we are going to head over to one of the close friends of the channel. We're going to go and see Madame Gandalf, who is currently live. That didn't work. That's I can't spell her name for a start, which is always a good sign. Apparently I already have a raid in progress. I think Twitch is being a bit funny. I might reboot it before the next one. But so I'll do a quick wrap up. Thank you guys. I hope this raid thing works properly. If not, I'll see you soon. I'll be back again in an hour. So thank you all. Thank you players. Keep evoking emotions. I'll see you guys later.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye.